welcome to a quarantine edition of, another quarantine edition or re-quarantine? I don't know. I don't know what year it is anymore. But welcome to...
Twilight Zone episode.
Oh, another Twilight Zone episode. Ooh, perfect. We are Here Be Dragons. The mustache is back, Shadow. The mustache is back. We are doing a one-shot / continuation of some side stories today, so welcome to our summer series, if it is summer or February or whatever it may be on your calendar, if it's even changed since February. We do have a new addition to the show here. If you hear squeaks and whimpers or whatever off screen, there is a miniature dachshund puppy on top of Tinkerbell. We have Zelda. So bear with us if we have technical issues of squeak, grr, or whatever it may be. With that, thank you for tuning in. Do continue to tune in on our social. Let's see if I can do it right. Yes, this corner. You'll see up here on our video all of our social. We're on Facebook, Instagram, obviously Twitch here, and Twitter. So do follow us there. We do post our episodes on all of your favorite podcasts. Aside from the summer series, it's the main series that we post on all the podcasts. You can watch all of the episodes here on Twitch or on YouTube. We do have some awesome sponsors that a few of our players here will be showing off and talking about. And then we'll get into the game. And actually, we'll introduce this other new face on screen. And then we'll get into the game. So, players, who sponsors us?
These guys do.
These guys do.
Great job so far. So follow these guys.
And those guys and these guys too. Thank you. No, these are Critical Treasures on Etsy. She has an awesome shop making dice bags and trays and
dice now.
Lots of fun nerdy crafts. We have some keychains of theirs now.
We do.
That
have a
go on your
D20
keys.
That is how they work.
Yes.
What else?
What else?
Nathan's already
But blacksmith craft dice, which roll exactly what you need. These are beautiful metal dice. And you know what just happened? They just secretly
more colors.
Released more colors.
10, I think.
They're so pretty.
Close to 20 different color variations. And because of it, I now no longer have the full amount of the stimulus check that I was given earlier in this year. In fact, I am in debt. So
I told him he didn't need 10 of each set, but
I think they're nice. And of course, we don't want to continue without talking about caffeinated kobold. For all your caffeinated needs, we have an example over there with our DM. There are a number of different brews, roastings, flavors.
As you can tell, Nathan does not drink coffee.
But I do like it. You know, if it's a nice iced caffeinated
it has,
kobold.
Chocolate in it.
What's wrong with having? What's wrong with that? It's called a mocha. It's a caffeinated kobold mocha chino.
Which is amazing.
Which is amazing! And now back to Lindsay with other things.
Just a reminder for everyone who's been with us before, or if it's new, I know it's been a while, we do still have our tip system in place. And it's the same as before. So that is, you guys are gonna have to help me. $5 gets you a scroll. A mild magic scroll. So it will add some effect to the game. Good, bad, otherwise immediately applied, drawn at random. $10 gets you a reroll that you can assign to anyone here.
Confidence.
Except the doggos, because we don't have any in-game doggos today. So any human you see on camera, you can assign a reroll to. And then $25 adds someone to the game. A monster created at random or NPC or whatever.
Approaches.
Yeah.
There you go.
The DM has a pool of things that could be added, good, bad, or otherwise. I'll roll some dice and add it in.
Then it comes in.
If it's an enemy, you might just start a fight with a dragon wormling in an inn. If it's a friend, you might be downing drinks with a hill giant. Who knows?
And then on the same vein, we have over there, way over there on that side of the screen, down here, is the Hype Boss bar. So when you tip, subscribe, follow, I don't know, what else? Tips, bits, if you donate bits. All of that affects the Hype Boss If you become the new hype boss, you get to assign a nat 20 to any human you see on screen.
What is a nat 20, you might say?
No, where do you go?
It's an automatic 20 that we get to use at our discretion at any point on any roll where we roll a 20. It's automatically a nat 20.
Yeah. With that, we also have a guest joining us for this episode here. Mac, feel free to introduce yourself to all of the friends.
Well, hello there, friends. My name is Mac, and I am a longtime D&D player, first-time streamer, and am super excited. Do some acting out here in LA, voice acting and things like that, and even have an audio drama that we are going to be releasing here pretty quick, my creative partner and I. So that's coming up, and yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
Do you have a name or anything you can say about the audio drama, or not yet?
As of right now, not yet. We just finished the first treatment of it, and you know, I'll be releasing more on my Instagram about it as it comes.
Which would be?
My Instagram is @lumbermac, like lumberjack, but MAK.
You can
Now-
see it in the scroller right
Oh
next to
yeah,
him.
it is. I think. Wait.
No, the other way.
that
The other way.
Yeah, out the window.
The other
Perfect.
way.
Yeah, it's out the window that way.
Now, I know nothing about this audio drama, but I would like to suggest the name Captain Majestic and his amazing friends.
You know, we'd have to make a few plot changes, but I think we can make it work.
Perfect. We can all keep an eye out for.
Really quick as we're starting to get started, we have already gotten a $5 tip. Woo! Thanks, Crossbones. So that's gonna be drawn at random.
Yep.
I picked one. I'm gonna hand that to Jared. So Shadow Reels also resubbed for the 9th month. So thanks for that,
Thank
Shadow
you.
Reels.
9 months. That's
So
awesome.
our hype boss health bar is really, really low. So keep an eye on that, everyone. And then I know I'm missing a lot of people, but let's see: Crossbone, Shadow Reels, Zinera Fashion, Lucas Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
eBird. There's some other people I saw, and I can't.
Chris
scroll so
Hansen's
fast.
here. We've got.
Thanks for
yeah.
joining.
Yep, Push is here. Yeah,
Wait,
we got
Push.
all sorts of fun today. A lot of people showing love, saying hi.
Crossbones, thank you for the
Yeah.
sub as well. That hype boss is really low.
Wow!
And really
you guys are
quick,
beating the crap out of
somebody did call out a specific logo on my shirt. I do have to point out, I don't know what screens everyone's watching it on. It looks like a specific logo, but it actually has a different phrase. So,
Copyright.
right,
Nice.
right.
That
So-
doesn't. Wow! Look,
I didn't
wow!
know.
It looks like it tricks you, right?
My
It does.
brain.
It does.
But it's
It's
not, because I wouldn't do that.
We've got some votes for Rosalind growing a mustache. Other people say it would be scary. We may try that out.
Let's
for,
try it with some druid craft. It'll be a nice. It'll literally be just grass or something,
There we go.
some foliage
Mm-hmm.
on your upper lip.
All right, are you guys ready for me to kill your PCs?
You already did that
Yes,
last
we were
week.
so
I just
excited to be
created mine,
back.
man.
I mean, I'll give him 45 minutes. He'll see the light for 45
all I can
minutes.
ask, really.
Well, we gotta see what the scroll is.
The
That
scroll.
could
Yeah,
kill us.
scroll.
Scroll.
This scroll from the donation from Crossbones, a player gains immediate advantage. So I'm gonna roll a die
Roll,
here.
die.
Roll that beautiful.
1,
dice
2.
roll.
Nathan, you get immediate advantage.
Thank you.
Shadow Reels, I don't get a mustache. It was a 15. So, there we go.
No mustache today.
Always leave
Oh
it to the
man, no
dice.
mustache. Boo.
Tune in next time.
All right. I believe last time we saw these players, at least 3 of them, Bigsby, Rosalind, and Aloan, were in Dragonspire. They had just seen some strange happenings with portals, such as parts of a distant land showing up within the town's main city center and outside of town. They found a home outside of town, and they ended up finding the home's inhabitant within the town. He was, shall we say,
bad man.
a regal tiger that would be known as a Rakshasa. So they fought this Rakshasa and ended up defeating him, heading back to the inn and turning in for some rest. However, that night did not treat them well. As they closed their eyes, they began to dream the most horrible dreams. The most terrible thoughts kept them awake. We even heard Bigsby at one point wake up screaming something we couldn't figure out. This happened all night long. Bigsby in his nice little hammock out in the back with his friend McCulJ, the riding fox, equally having whimpering dreams. Eventually the sun broke and in half. The sun broke over the horizon and breakfast could be smelled as meats and pastries were being cooked in the inn. The weary lot caught a little bit of the smell here and slowly made their way in, trying to figure out how to wake themselves up and restore a bit of the health that has been lost. Players, how does your rough night's sleep treat you as you make your way to the inn?
I don't feel so good.
No,
I did not sleep at all.
me neither. There was a giant rubber duck.
Food, please.
Was that you lot that were screaming all night?
I would like to say, personally, I did not scream all night.
I heard something about rubber ducks, whatever.
They were after me!
Sorry. The bartender quickly looks around. I'll get you some food. Sit down, any seat. The bar is quite empty as you all make your way in.
Are there any bench seating?
There are not, but up near the front, there's a table that has some big, comfier chairs, deep cushions, a couple skins and furs hang off the edges of the chairs. The table is well worn. This seems to be a favorite table in the inn, and you lucked out this morning.
I'm gonna go and just curl up into a ball in one of them and sleep until my food comes.
Me too. And Mick's gonna take another chair. We're not usually chair people.
Oh, we can start, guys. Penguin Witch Doctor's here.
Penguin Witch Doctor's here. There we go.
Double back,
All right.
double back.
Rewind. No. Welcome, Penguin Witch Doctor. You missed a lot of restless nights. You're gonna have to catch back up.
And a lot of puppy.
A lot of sleepy puppy. Aloan, how does your morning start?
I mean, I guess it never really ended. So it just is I'm just there.
All right.
It's deep. So deep.
Wow. Does that mean you were up all night?
Yeah.
You too?
No. What?
No, what?
Where am I?
Yeah.
What year is it?
No one knows.
It's the year of our fox. 1913.
He didn't get any sleep either, clearly.
Mick's usually the one who keeps the calendar.
As you're all mumbling about your morning and trying to figure out what year the fox thinks it is, a couple goblins come out of the kitchen with plates and slide them up on the table. There's a bunch of pastries on one and some cooked meats on the other. And then one of the goblins kind of looks at you lot. Here, this came from another island, and he pulls out a couple little vials of brown liquid. They call it, spicy juice, or, bang bang juice. It makes you, excited, and, gets you, I don't know, energy or something?
I take one and I drink it. I shoot it.
A warm liquid that's a smoky flavor hits the back of your throat, and as you drink it, it feels like a nice and refreshing, energetic brew.
Like a Raise the Undead?
A Raise the Dead brew? What?
That
From
one.
Caffeinated Kobold. Sponsor placement.
We worked it in. Good job.
We worked it in.
Well,
All
nicely
right.
done.
All right. We get our paycheck.
This drink is a critical treasure right now.
Hashtag is an ad.
All right. Now that the advertisements are done, the goblins end up handing you each a vial and kind of talking to one another as they hustle back towards the kitchen. You don't quite hear what they're saying, but they seem to be kind of snickering and laughing at you lot. And as you're finishing the vials of drink, the inn door opens up and a dwarf comes walking in.
The dwarf wanders right up to the place, the bar.
The bar, yeah. There's a bar just inside the door,
There's
about
a bar
10 feet
there.
out. Yeah.
It says, the tallest ale you can give me, friend.
Ah, the tallest ale, and at this time of morning, good choice.
Oh, aye.
And
never too early.
the bigger man behind the bar reaches down. You hear him clunking around. This mug, and he pulls out a giant gold-encrusted mug. I think this'll do for you, sir. And he taps the ale, pours the first bit out, gives you a nice, clean pour as foam comes rustling over the edges and grins at you, knowing that he's encountered a few gnomes and dwarves in his time that just love to drink their first brew in the morning like that.
And I turn to him and I say, that'll do. That's not as big as I usually have in the morning, but
I can fill you back up.
Aye, my friend. That's great. I am, however, on a mission and looking for a specific type of beast that I heard you have around these parts. It's just a small beast. It's a type of bee, a small flying insect that the honey is used to make a special type of mead. I believe they call it a stumblebee. Do you have any idea where I could find them?
The stumblebees, the cousin of the deadly bumblebees.
Aye.
Well, there's a cave just outside of town. One keeper of these stumblebees said to be a bit off his rocker per se, but he may know what's going on there.
I thank you for the beer and for the information, my friend. As he takes a big old gulp.
Well, best of luck to you. He's not friendly.
Neither am I.
Well, I'll fill you back up when you're ready.
All right. I turn around and look at the table, and seeing all the food there, I kind of wander over. And I pick up one of the pastries, and I start eating it at the table.
Is this part of our nightmare still?
Don't know.
I poke him.
No, don't do that.
He's
Don't poke me. I haven't had my first ale yet. Please.
You're eating our breakfast. I think you can trade a pastry for a poke.
Oh, this is your breakfast. That is my sincerest apologies about that. I had a bit of a long travel to get here this morning.
We did too.
I mean, we were already here, but
But,
the
like-
journey of the night was not kind to us nonetheless.
Bad.
No, those are just really tall stairs.
Well,
Where are you coming from?
I mostly wander. I find my way around, finding different brewing ingredients and things. I used to own a brewery of my own where I brew
So-
ale and mead and things like that.
So you're the wanderer? You're the wanderer.
I am the wanderer.
You wander round and round and round and round?
And round, yes.
Heard of him.
What about
Get more consent
how,
if
you
you
say
don't
you had a rough night? What exactly happened?
Rubber ducks.
Bad dreams.
Oh,
Epic.
bad dreams.
Bad dreams.
What was yours of?
All the forests were burning, and
That's
I
horrible.
couldn't save them.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the songbirds all flew away, and all the grass burned, and I forgot how to speak sheep.
Oh, no. I hate to hear that, Liv.
Thank you for understanding.
Of course, everybody has bad dreams.
I'm Rosalind.
A pleasure. Malad Hammergrog. But you can call me Mal.
Mal. It's got a nice ring to it.
Thank you very much.
What?
I'm gonna say hi to our new friend.
Hi to our new friend.
And hello to you, strange man.
Bigsby. This
Bigsby Loafaloo.
is Elo, and Elo, you had bad dreams
Strange
too.
name to go with a strange man.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remembered
What?
where I was.
Oh, where are we?
Salty
I'm not even sure I know.
I haven't determined yet.
Dragonspire.
Yep.
Alright.
We go a lot of places too. We also are wanderers,
Aye, then this
but
is a
not
happy,
the wanderer.
happy circumstance then, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
Right now, like I don't know if you heard me talking to the barkeep, but I'm looking for a specific type of bee. I want to brew this mead that I've thought about for a long time that I just haven't been able to find any of these stumblebees anywhere.
I can talk to animals if you need some help.
Oh, you can. Do you practice the earth magics?
Yeah.
I've got a fox. I can talk to him.
That seems like a wonderful companion to have. Somebody that could get into small places.
I can talk
Although I
to
don't
elephants.
ever have any trouble getting into small places myself.
You can talk to. What's that?
Elephant?
She can talk to elephant.
DM
You're so
vigorously scrolls through
talented,
notes.
man.
Wait a second. Wait. Am I still dreaming? I poke myself.
I'm not sure that's going to work, friends. You're very much awake, and I am not a figment of your imagination.
That's just what a figment would say, though.
Aye, it is. But how's this for one? It slaps you across the face.
Sweet Mary and Joseph! That was my sister and brother.
And
I'm not asleep.
Malad has a deep belly laugh, and he says, it's the best way I know to wake somebody up after a tough night. Just slap them across the face as hard as you can. They start to pay attention.
I'm awake.
I am listening more than I ever have in my entire life.
Sorry about the strength of the hands there.
That's all right. I just don't. You know, I've had bad nights of sleep before. I just feel
You know
like
what really helps to get a good night's sleep is a good pillow, right? Like I should just start carrying my pillow around with me on adventure. Oh, hi, Gobshite.
Like, you're talking like a pillow, like the one that little weirdo was carrying around with us that one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was really onto something.
Yeah.
Mm.
So weird.
I eat another pastry.
As you're all having your breakfast and enjoying the nice slapping of one another, one of the goblins comes back out of the kitchen. Do you guys need any more food? Another plate for this one. And points to Mal as they didn't account for yet another person at the table.
Yeah, you should probably just bring out like an extra pig or something.
Okay.
I am a diminutive friend.
Okay, I'll bring out some food. But did I hear you were talking about stumblebees?
Aye, small friend. I am looking for a hive of stumblebees.
Did you know how deadly those are? Oh, we had a goblin family reunion last year, and 112 showed up, and 8 of us went home.
That just sounds like a goblin
those are not good
situation.
numbers.
Stayed there and made that their.
No. I mean, they did, and they made it their permanent residence.
I mean, it's no big deal. We have 112 show up, and sometimes 80 go home, and that's just when we play, sword fight or something, or someone slips into the marsh, or we put a picnic up next to a cliff.
That just doesn't seem like a good place for a picnic.
Party.
Remember to remind me to never sell a goblin insurance.
Oh yeah.
Wait, goblin insurance? There's such a thing?
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely not.
well,
Nope.
if you do wish to go see the Stumblebees, the beekeeper, he's a scary man. He works with potions and things, and he probably has a few of my friends and family there still. But who knows?
Pause.
Pause.
So, after a follow 200-bit tip and a $5 tip from Gobshite,
Thanks,
we also
Gobshite.
have a new hype boss. Gobshite, in case you forgot.
Well,
Gobshite.
Assign a nat 20, drop it in the comment. Oh, wait.
Yeah, assign a nat 20 to whoever you wish on stream. We will draw this. Thank you for your message. Yes, Bigsby does have some sort of caterpillar on his face.
that happens to be a perfectly groomed stash.
But
thank
really
you.
quick, also, I know we shouted out the follow, but God's Angel, thank you for that.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah. Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's this scroll, boss? What'd it be? What'd it be?
DM gets
Immediate
advantage.
Oh no.
Ah.
Okay.
Shit.
So DM's got advantage. I believe Nathan or Bigsby has advantage.
He rolls really low both times when he
Yeah,
gets advantage,
you know.
so
That's
it's
true.
fine.
Fine.
A 1
I
and
like
a
that.
1.
I like that in a DM.
It's fine.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna love him.
Yes, the dice are never in my favor. They don't
That's
let me.
why we don't let him roll blacksmith craft dice.
Blacksmith craft dice.
He volunteered his
What's your
tribute,
name?
but the odds
And
are
now
never
back
in
to
your
our creature
favor.
presentation.
Incredible ad placement.
So with that, Gobshite, do let us know who gets that nat 20 that you get to reassign. Perfect. So the goblin had just told his family reunion story about hanging out near where these bees are kept and how many didn't come home. And he told other family reunions of losing half of their clan and just kind of chuckled and walks off.
That seems like, and I'm just spitballing.
Don't spit at the table.
Look, it's in a bowl. It's formed. It's fine. It seems like a place to go, but a tough place to go at this particular junction.
Should we bring him some pastries?
The old man.
Yeah.
The nat 20, by the way, was assigned to Warren, mostly for having to deal with, well, you know, such a liability that he is.
Thank you.
Love you too,
I'll
Jared.
need it. I'm hurting.
I think he had mentioned the only reason he popped in was to check on your liability factor.
I haven't hurt nobody.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. There's plenty of game left. So yeah, I think Rosalind and Alwyn should go check out those stumblebees.
Well, absolutely. We have to head that way. Can you point us in the right direction, little goblin friend?
He turns around. For what?
The stumblebees, little one.
Oh, you don't want to go there. They're stabby. But outside of town, just up the main road, when you get to the big tree with the scary look about it, just go north, and there'll be a cave. Just the scary face tree. You'll know it when you see it.
Anything we should take for safety?
Weapons, fly swatters, magic,
Not much
not
of
go.
Stacko.
No, not go. Just don't go.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll take a stacko though.
What's a stacko?
Wrong uniform, wrong
Yeah.
island.
Dang.
does
Oh.
this food make us feel any better?
No. But the nice caffeinated brew does give you each 2 temporary hit points.
Oh, I
Yay!
didn't drink it though.
You didn't drink it, so you don't get 2 temporary hit points. Those 2 did.
Yeah, we're not. So I'm still not feeling all that great. And this goblin says, "Don't go to the bees. Maybe we could go to the bees next year."
Next year.
That's true.
Next
it was a
summer.
rough night.
I would be
I
interested
don't
in seeing these
see
bees.
any positive in going to the bees.
We could just hang out here and eat more food and take a nap.
That sounds as exciting as that does sound. Then I
Like
think
how-
I will head towards the towards the bees to try and find them myself.
Urgent is this brew need, really?
I've only travelled for 3 days, 4 days to come here. So I mean, it's not that important, but I mean, it's a little bit important.
Okay, so it's not that important.
Snacks it is.
The goblin runs back over. Can I be first to try the brew? I really want to see what the stumble brew would taste like.
Mm.
Stumble brew at
For
the
your help,
stumble
my
on
friend,
it. Ha.
for your help, my friend, I will definitely give you a taste of the brew.
Perfect. You do know that this establishment is called the Stumble On Inn. We could get it on tap for you. I just have to talk to the owner. Yeah,
I'd love it.
perfect.
Let's do it.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Also, while you're there, could you bring back some magical potions from the guy, because he, like I said, he does some crazy magical things. Like he might be testing it on some of my friends and family. But if you find anything special, I'm trying to start a little shop up the road where I sell magical potions and things. I hear it's quite lucrative these days.
Aye, a little bit of an entrepreneur, are you?
Are you calling me short? A little
Yes.
entrepreneur?
Aye. I am calling you short.
Well, for that, you get a discount of an added 50% to your bill when you come to my store.
Do you have potions now?
No. See, I want to start the business, but I don't have anything for it, so I'm just trying to find some things for free or something, you know. Do you have anything I could sell? Any magic items you don't want? Because I'll take them off your hands for, reaches in his pockets. This shiny button.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry.
Well, if you do find any potions, he's pretty good at brewing them. Bye. Runs off.
DM. Hint. Hint.
DM not hint. He's sending you into death. I mean, what?
Ooh. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I mean, what a
Players, what is it you do?
We hang out here for an hour.
For an hour.
gonna try and short rest it.
As you lean back in the big comfy chair and close your eyes, the instant you feel consciousness kind of dissipate,
I knew this would happen.
the forests catch fire in your mind.
I don't need to sleep. Technically a short rest. I just need to eat and relax.
All right.
Can we relax though?
Yeah, you can relax, but the instant you try to rejuvenate, you're cursed. You can't.
Like what? I
What?
feel like a voice inside my head just said, "You're cursed."
I'm bored.
The rubber duck does speak to you,
Do
Bigsby,
I-
and says you
do
are
I-
cursed.
Do I notice anything out of the ordinary with all my pains and ailments, and Nick just being like so uneasy?
You actually do. When you start looking around, you notice on Elowen's neck there's a veiny dark streak kind of easing slowly up her neck towards her chin.
Elowen! No! Did he say Rosalind? Who? I thought it was Elowen.
Elowen.
It
Elowen.
was-
Okay, I did it right!
All
Your
of you notice this. It's physically present. It's not an illusion.
What? Bit you.
Why are you staring at me?
It's on your neck, right there. It's like, did you forget to take a bath?
Girl, you should find a mirror.
Excuse you?
Wait, I'm excused. Thank
Elowen, you do notice it, but it's crawling up Rosalind's neck as well, and
Ah!
down Bigsby's arm.
Ah!
As you look at it, this veiny blackness slowly creeps up, and it doesn't just creep, it almost moves and shimmers under the skin. There's no bump, there's no like actual physical change other than coloration, but you do start feeling a little bit of a tingle and a pain from those spots, and they also tend to be near where you might have been slashed the day before while fighting the Rakshasa.
I grab one of my scimitars and I say, I'm gonna have to cut off my arm.
No!
I'm gonna have to cut off your necks.
That's a tear. Stop it.
The only way to save you is to cut off your necks.
That's not necessarily true.
It might save us if you shaved your mustache.
Aye.
For 145 years, I'm not shaving it because you got a spot on your neck.
You have a spot on your arm.
It's not near my face.
Where is it on McCall J?
McCall, you start to see it come a little bit under on the belly skin from his backside.
No, not you two, old buddy.
Ugh. Okay, fine. We can go to the potion man.
I think that's probably the best idea.
Maybe it's because I didn't take the necklace from that tiger man.
Yes, you did. I totally saw you take it. Ugh.
You saw nothing. You're crazy.
Wait
Maybe
a
it's
second.
because you did take it that we're poisoned.
Hold up.
What?
Did I not get shares of a loot that we found?
There was no loot. She took his necklace.
Necklace is loot.
Well, then neither of us got yours.
I'm a
And
little
neither did-
disappointed.
Malad through all this
Wait
is
a
just kind of
second.
sitting there drinking his big ale, watching everybody.
Yeah, wait a second.
Where's Roga?
Where's Rogar?
Where is Rogar? Maybe the
I go up to his room and knock on the door.
As you knock on the door swings open just a little bit, and you notice the bed is cleanly made, and on the bed there is a note.
I pick up the note and I read it.
The note reads, I have business to attend to, and I can't face you to say this. Party, I must go. It has been good serving with you. It has been good adventuring with you, and I hope we cross paths again. With a PS that says, I noticed my scales this morning had a blackness about them. If I find a solution, I will let you know. I'm sure it was to do with the creature we fought yesterday. I'll send word as soon as I can.
Ugh. I go downstairs and I relay the message.
Yeah, we ain't hearing from him.
It's like he just went off and started a whole new life without us.
To a distant land.
And a
Well,
new wife. Anyways, let's
And the new wife. He took a dragon's flight somewhere else, and
Yeah.
off he went.
Rude.
We wish him no ill. No.
Man,
I'm ready.
players.
Let's go. I don't like this feeling at all.
I can't fight this feeling any longer.
Inside your bone.
What? Not that one.
Can't
Not
this
that
feeling.
one.
All of the
I
songs.
got
We'll-
this feeling.
No,
we'll just
that's-
put on a playlist.
No, think like 15 years before that.
15, 30.
I don't know. It was a number, a big number.
Anything over 3 is a big number for me. I don't roll much higher than that.
He was homeschooled.
Thank
So,
That too.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Oh.
Missed.
all right.
I start packing up.
Hey, Mal,
Aye,
you need stumblebees from a crazy old man.
I do.
We need a crazy old man who happens to be by stumblebees. I think this is the beginning of unnecessary relationship.
Well, I don't see why not. Better than numbers, eh?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, I'll go with you.
So, you're a wanderer, eh? I say as I get Mick and me ready to go.
Aye, I left my town and the kingdom that I lived in a while back now.
You dropped something.
I did indeed drop something on the ground. Give me a second.
I help him look for it.
As Mal is digging around on the floor, you notice that he dropped a shiny gold coin, one with a figure on it that you have not seen in these lands. And he quickly grasps it, puts it in his pocket, and hopes that you didn't catch any sight of that.
But I did.
I did too.
No.
What was on that shiny? What was that shiny? I've never seen one of
Where are
those.
you from?
That's from one of the islands around here. It was a smaller island.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trading them and brewing my brews and things like that, and this is what they gave me. I hope it works.
What was the island called?
I spent so much time under the influence of drink, I couldn't even tell you.
I actually believe that.
Mm-hmm.
As he's saying that, the barkeep walks up and sets a new brew down and grabs the brew that Mal had set on the table. This brew is in a more worn mug with a note that says "One for the road" on the handle.
I can tell I already like this guy, this man here who runs this bar.
Yeah,
He
that's
gets me.
pretty good.
They're pretty good.
I look at him. I say, "You can put this on his tab."
So, the road.
Aye.
It calls me.
It just like goes on and on.
It calls to me as well.
Down from the road where it began, and
I don't get this reference at all.
what are the brains? Shame on you.
Oh. I
Anyways,
thought it was a song.
it is.
I'm gonna take my fox to.
Let's just
The road
start.
goes ever on and on.
Walking.
Look, a puppy.
Distractions.
Midcraft dice.
Malad downs the one for the road in 3 big gulps and stands at a very modest 4'2" and starts heading towards the door.
Sounds good. Players, as you all stand up to remind everyone on chat, as we have some new faces, some returning faces to probably have not seen these characters, could you give a micro description of who you are? Also, because Mal might not fully know all of your character descriptions.
Aye.
Yeah. We don't want him to learn the hard way.
I am a gnome.
A gnome.
I am wearing you see a couple of scimitars on my back along with a bow. You've noticed the fox called Mick, but you've noticed that he's larger than most foxes. He has a saddle on his back. And putting two and two together, you realise, wow, that gnome probably uses that fox as a mount. But also, you notice that my attire is of a dark leather with a hood and some furs. But like the way everything's arranged, it's almost as if I am meant to go silently and stealthily through the woods to protect
He said
them.
micro.
Oh, I could go longer. I've got a whole backstory.
And we
you
have
can
a
see.
full backstory.
And then there's the mustache.
Wood elf druid.
A wood elf druid, done. Aloan, who are you? And what do you do?
I'm a wood elf rogue.
Lovely. And I am a oddly tan for a dwarf. Dark auburn red hair and beard. The beard is braided. And you see on his belt he has two small war hammers and two hand axes. And he is wearing kind of not common dwarf attire. He seems to be kind of wearing definitely a chainmail, but then other than that, it's just kind of things that seem to be haphazardly slapped together.
And the rest of the chugged brew running down his beard at this moment.
Exactly, yes. I'm saving it for later.
I relate to the haphazardness of who you are.
Aye. That's a better life than being so rigid, I think.
Yeah, I don't usually stay in towns all that often. I don't even have a room here. I'll just sleep out back in a hammock.
Well, that's lovely. I do love a town. There's no ale, no mead if there's no town.
While they're distracted and talking, I'm gonna try and grab the coin.
You're gonna try and reach in Mal's pocket to grab the coin as you pass by. All right,
Well,
I need a sleight of hand from Aloan and Mal. Could you roll perception to see if you notice what's going on?
Yeah, that's a soft 20.
That is 16.
16. A soft 20 beats the 16. So
Yes, it is.
what happens is Aloan gets this gold coin out of your pocket. You do notice a slight bump as she bumped into you as she walked past. Aloan, you now have a coin that has on the front an elven face, and on the back it's got a figure of a tree.
So it's not a Sacagawea gold coin.
Would I
No.
recognize anything of it though? Like would I?
You don't recognize anything more than a couple words on there that seem to be a motto or an inscription. You don't take any mind to it at the moment,
Okay.
but you do make a note to come back to it later as you want to figure out more where this could have come from.
Yep.
But you don't want to stare too long because,
No,
everyone
I
would
like
notice.
barely. I glanced it and stealth.
Stealth. All right. So the fancy golden coin that was in your pocket is now gone. All right, players. As you all begin to conversate a bit and get out into the street, it is still early morning. Fairly quiet in this small town. There are a couple people who are admiring this strange grass and tree in the middle of town that wasn't there a few days prior. The magic shop that was there, however, gone, is replaced. Mal, you wouldn't know much about it other than this is a strange little patch of grass you haven't seen on this island, and honestly haven't seen really before in just the center of town, almost where a shop could have sat. Down to the point where there's a little sign that is still standing there that says Magic Shop as if it was the front of a store. Like I said, the road is pretty quiet. A town guard is sleepily yawning and walking past and waves to everyone as he
Hello!
he knew 3 of you from the day before as he hid behind a barrel watching the fight. He carries on and says nothing to you all.
Following the goblin's directions.
Out of
Mhm.
town to the scary
That's the
tree.
road.
Yep.
Find a scary tree that looks like it's got a face on it.
To a
Yeah.
very scary tree.
Right. So if I'm
Apparently
only
so scary we'd
mildly
know it.
frightened, I will keep walking.
I will as well. There's not a whole lot that scares me, and especially not a tree.
Yeah.
But what if the tree was on fire? Isn't that
That would be bad, and I wouldn't want to be near it, but still
Yeah,
not
if I were
scary.
in the tree and then the tree caught fire, that I would find that scary.
Definitely.
Right? Definitely.
I wouldn't find it scary if you were in a tree and the tree was on fire.
Really? Well, not what, but I. Oh, right.
Oh.
Hey, look,
I
bird!
lean over to Mal and I'm like, I forgot. She's heartless.
She's heartless. Stone-faced Mal just accepts the fact that Alolan is heartless in this party here.
Mm. He's thinking about other things. He's actually thinking about the stumblebees and how he's going to work on getting their honey so he can make that mead.
Is it
He's lost in thought.
Is it a farm process, or are these like a hybrid cow? Like you have to milk the stumblebees?
The stumblebees, being an insect, actually don't have any others.
All right, there we go. I mean, this is D&D land. Anything
That's
is possible. You know,
That's
I will
true.
be drawing up part cow, part bee now.
I mean, you say honeybee and it's the size of a dragon. You say giant lizard creature. It's a giant lizard creature, of course. You say cow, it could be a little pocket flying fairy cow. Who knows?
A wee pocket cow.
I want
could
one
use a
of
wee pocket
those.
A wee pocket cow. Okay.
I want a pocket flying fairy cow.
Well,
That's all I want for Christmas.
Oh man, I have to draw up a stat block.
You got some time.
As we've diverted from the story here, we are doing some fun stuff this summer. We're doing some one-shots, some side stories, some off-the-wall crazy campaigns. We'll have some guest DMs, some guest players. DMs may bring
Pocket flying fairy cows.
pocket flying fairy cows if they wish. We might have, I know there's been some talk amongst the cast here that they wouldn't mind a super fairy princess episode.
The cast is me.
The cast, Nathan wants the super fairy princess episode. He just wants an excuse to wear those wings and glitter.
I would make a very beautiful fairy princess, I think.
Perfect.
I believe that, man. Mr. DM, are
Yes.
there any stones on the
Oh yeah,
path?
there's pebbles and stones of all sorts of sizes. The
I
path
will
is
pocket 12 of them.
12 stones.
Yeah.
All right, the path is a dirt path with some stones in it. You do see some worn pathing off to the right where it seems to be footpath. You do see a main trek where it seems to be cart path, some worn ruts here and there, grass growing up in the middle of it, and you begin your trek outside of town. After a little bit of a walk, about an hour and a half, you come up to what you believe is a tree in the distance. It is now early to mid-morning, the sun is up. You've passed a few travelers and they've kept their heads down and just kind of waved as you've gone through. But as you get closer to this tree in the distance, you do see a young man standing in front of it and flagging people down as they pass by, and everyone keeps moving past and not making eye contact. And you get close and you hear, Come look at this tree! It tells you everything you need! It tells you if you're going to live to the age of 400, or if you're going to be prosperous in a kingdom. You lot, do you want to know what your future could be? Just step up to this tree. And he points at it.
Is it scary looking?
As you look at the tree, it does seem to have a strange face upon it, as if it's a grimace, and it's an old, battered tree that is hollowed out, and the grimace seems to like step into the mouth of the tree. There's a couple lanterns hung where the eyes would be if you're looking for a face, with scorch marks behind in an eerie pattern of like kind of flame up the tree. So yeah, it does mildly look like a scary face to some. Otherwise, it may look just like a weird jack-o'-lantern of sorts.
Would a goblin consider it a very scary?
Oh yeah, you would assume that.
Little boy.
Young man, I'm 18.
Yeah, well, I'm a lot older than that. So,
Oh, well,
Did this tree hire you to be its manager? Or are you taking advantage of this poor piece of Mother Nature?
If trees could talk, I'm sure he'd be happy that he's had friends. Of course. Ha!
Hello, Raiders!
Wow, we got a raid
Welcome. Look at
coming
those
in
16
from
raiders.
Catastrophe D&D. 16 raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have just
More
found
people, more
ourselves
people.
at a scary tree that has a manager outside of it. selling
Protect
us
the fairy cows, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Protect the flying fairy cows, the pocket fairy cows.
Pocket fairy cows are also on the table.
So I asked him again, wait a minute, if this tree could talk, you just said that this tree would tell us our future. How can it tell us our future if it can't talk?
Well, it tells you what you need to know and the time you spend with it. For only a couple gold.
I'm not buying it.
Here's 2 gold. I don't care about money anyway.
I know everything I need to know.
At that moment, as you hand the 2 gold over and the young man takes it, he lets out a whistle, and from the sides of the road and in the ditch, come 2 very heavily cloaked men, bows drawn, pointing at you, and you hear one call out, "Give me all your money, and I don't shoot you." And the other, "Yeah, listen to him! I won't shoot you either!"
And I just reiterate the fact that I said I don't care about money, which usually means I don't have any.
Whoa,
we see what he
the
says?
rest of you might have money. Yeah, the rest of you might have money. Where's the money at? And you see the smaller one that yelled out, kind of shaking like he can't hold the bow back as well. The young man in front of you does duck back and pulls out a small dagger and is grinning at all of you like he thinks he could take the 4 of you.
How far away are they?
The young man is in front of you by about 8 feet. Off to the sides in the ditch, they're about 15 feet out, the 2 archers.
Really quick, before we go down this road, can I really quick tell you our resumes for why you don't want to do this? For example, have you ever heard of a Rakshasa? Because one is dead because of us. Have you ever seen a shark crawling through the dirt, looking also like a rhinoceros? Because I just killed one of those myself yesterday. I've also befriended a dragon and killed countless owlbears. And this fox has done even more damage than me. So do you even want to go there today?
The smaller archer just looks up and fires into the sky, and the arrow goes flying off as you bark at the young man in front of you. I would like you to roll intimidation for the larger archer across the way.
You got it. Here
While
it
he's
comes
rolling,
with advantage, because I'll get my advantage.
While he's rolling, I want to jump in on this chat because I see a lot of combinations of edible glitter thrown around, and I'm totally on board. And I'm telling you, I have seen ads for edible glitter. So
here's what happened with the roll. So part of the reason I do these things is because I have a -3 charisma. Which is the stat you need for intimidation.
Yep.
Now, my lowest roll is a 3. So if you subtracted the 3, it would be 0. Everything null and void. Did I even speak? Luckily, I rolled at advantage, giving me a 6 on the dice, making that a very intimidating 3.
So to the larger bowman, he looks at you and laughs, and what he sees is a raging, foaming gnome, and he's just like, oh, okay. And so he fires a shot, and it shoots into the ground and sticks right in front of your feet. That was a warning shot.
I produce flame.
All
You
right.
don't want to go down this road, little boy. Now let us pass. We have some bees and some mead and some healing to do, okay?
Well, you see the tree here.
I hold the flame closer.
Do you want to get shot? These guys are professionals.
So are
Help me.
we.
Help me!
I throw the flame at the feet of the archer, the one who shot at his feet.
As you do, you throw it into the grass that seems to be quite dead, and it catches flame right around the archer, and he throws off his cloak and goes running into the trees behind. You see he's probably about a young 20-something elvish man, and then the other one who had a terrible misfire throws his bow down and pulls his hood back. He goes, no, don't hurt us. We were just trying to make a few dollars, a few gold coins.
I take my cloak and I go beat out the fire.
And as you do, the two remaining men walk up. So I'm sorry, I was trying to steal your gold. We haven't had much luck trying to get our act here. Come on out. Small young gnome walks out. Hey guys, you see, I'm the voice of the tree. I can do something like this. Hello. Welcome to the tree. So, we're just trying to make some gold to get to the next town.
What I'd suggest, like when people are actually willing to give you gold, let that part work and then steal from the people who won't.
Bigsby does give you wise advice, I'd say.
The guy that just ran into the forest said, if you give gold, you probably have a lot more. So we were trying to get that lot more.
Where's your mother?
We've been roaming the streets for... How old are we now, boys? I don't know, 10 years? Something like that. Traveling town to town. Whatever, we're wanderers. And the gnome crawls back into the tree. Wanderers.
Just to be clear, I don't get to know about my future at all.
The future we would have told you would have been something like, you need to go back to town. You need to go back to town and, give the young man sitting at the inn 100 gold and he'll give you fame and fortune. That's my older brother.
You there? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as you just let us keep up this thing, is that cool?
Look, here's the thing. Try and keep it more by the book, all right? Like, entertain. You've clearly got a talent with making voices happen.
As you say that, the tree goes, I can show you the world.
That's
great.
Super catchy.
I've never heard that song before.
I don't know how a tree would actually show you the world. What with it kind of being a stationary object, but
It does make it difficult, yes.
I mean,
hallucinations abundant.
oh yeah, you could see a lot with the right product. That is correct.
There's some great grass that grows in this area that could really help out. So,
Can you show me where that grass is? I mean, it would really help the whole aesthetic of the tree.
I might also need to know where the grass is. I might want to make something out of that.
Can you do a nature check then? See what I see around us? Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. That was a 1. I'm not from here. I know the grass where I live. Sorry?
Well, so we can provide you some direction for a couple coin. We just need to get a few meals and fix up our shoes. And
I just gave you 2 gold.
We need
Consider that our payment for directions.
Oh, okay. Where are you
I'm
headed
some
to?
rations from my bag. Here's for lunch.
Oh, thank you. So where are you headed to?
Stumblebees.
Stumblebee.
There's a
Whoa.
cave.
A cave.
Of
Oh.
one.
Did you read my notes? Literally have Cave of Wonders.
Uh-oh.
No, we didn't.
Is it in the
no.
shape of a tiger's mouth?
No, it's not. So, to the north there's a cave, but we did pass a cave, a couple days travel if you keep going
No.
down the road.
I think it's the one north.
Oh, okay, well,
Is the one north closer?
yeah, it's only about a 30-minute walk.
Is there an odd buzzing sound coming from it?
We did get some stings, and he pulls back the shirt a little bit. There's some really bright red pock marks across his chest.
Those definitely look like stumblebee stings.
You want
I'm
your
surprised you
beer?
haven't puffed up, my friend. You must be not allergic to them or something.
Oh, there was another one of us. He's in town getting tended to. Let's just say his arm turned into the size of him.
Oh, aye. They can be dangerous, the stumblebee.
We almost rolled him back there.
All right. Stop threatening to shoot people. Enjoy your lunch.
Okay, well,
See you later.
awesome. Boys, we gotta act. We gotta sing, dance.
Write a show.
Would I
Entertain
recognize them to be
people.
rogues, or are they?
You would recognize them to be somewhat of an urchin of sorts, but you don't know like what they actually
What they're,
are.
because
for
they
their
haven't,
class.
because they're
No.
so young.
They're
right?
they're youngsters. They haven't really chosen a profession, but they are nice, young little street urchins.
So as we walk by, I go, just use distraction, and like keep going.
Distraction. Oh, okay. Draw crowds, guys. We gotta draw crowds, big crowds, and then maybe we can either get their money or.
Well, we tried.
As you continue north, the field leading to this cave is wide open. You do notice in a couple spots the grass grows fairly tall, upwards of 1.5 to 2 feet, and behind some of these patches you do see spots that have been laid down as if a creature or creatures had made a place for the night. There's a couple trees set up. You do pass one tree that on the far side of the tall tree that the diameter reaching about 8 feet across. You do peek around the far side and there's a few small sets of goblin bones laying there, as if there had been some expired goblins in the past. But you do continue north and you see a mound that at the top of the mound there's a path that goes up and over, and you hear some buzzing flying past. And as you look about, you try to catch what is making the buzzing sound, but you feel stuff fly around you and see shimmers in the air, and once in a while the sun catches and you see a very translucent bee about the size of a fist, a human fist. And when the sun doesn't hit them just right, you just hear the buzz as they fly past. Sometimes you see even like a flower just being carried through the air. You might be close to what we're looking for.
I feel like I would have just called these invisibees.
Mal, do you know what kind of flowers they're drawn to?
I'd have to check. Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. That's gonna be 9. So not really. No. I think that I really just know the basics about them, about their honey, and about how I can use that to my advantage.
Maybe I know something.
Yeah, maybe you do.
That would be 14.
14. You try to catch the thoughts of a few of the bees as they fly past and understand what they're looking for. And you almost hear clearly as one goes past. You hear purple, 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 purple.
I love these bees.
I don't totally know what kind, but I think they like purple flowers.
Which
that does make
means
sense.
If I may, it's lavender.
Ah.
I was going to
Lavender.
suggest to protect ourselves, we get yellow flowers, since it's the exact opposite side of the color spectrum, they will be less inclined to come towards those. So if we wrap ourselves in a collection
I
of
have a
yellow
staff
flowers,
of flowers if we need to make them either on the staff or on the ground. But I don't know if that would draw them to us or.
I think, from what I understand about stumblebees, is that they have a tendency to vacate their hive if they have a big enough area full of flowers.
Oh, okay. So my staff has 10 charges.
Okay.
Do we think we're close enough to do it here?
The mound is about 80 feet out, and you do see like a path that kind of goes up and over it. You don't see an entrance or a cave that you were expecting, but you do hear buzzing throughout the field, and the flowers that you do see in the field, you see them wiggle from time to time.
Okay.
well,
Do we want to get a little closer then?
I mean,
I think we can get a little closer. I don't think we're hurting them or harming them in any way.
Yeah, I feel like if we stay over here, make some purple flowers, run away from the purple flowers, and then go up the hill.
That seems like a great idea to me.
Okay. So this can shoot. They pop up within 5 feet.
All right. Right.
So I'm going to. I can tell it what kind of flower.
Okay.
So I'm going to think lavender, 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 and I'm going to make 10 flowers grow in a patch pretty close to each other, 5 feet from us.
Okay. For fun, please roll me percentage and a 10 to see how many flowers we get total.
Sure. So yeah, yep, nope. The other one just like the one you're holding.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Total flowers, here we come!
48.
48. So 48 flowers bloom up and twist through the dirt and the grass. And as they all twist and bloom up, you do see some of the grass that was fluttering around the flowers almost like lean in towards the patch that you'd made, and you hear buzzing galore, and you catch little crystally glimpses coming from all directions. And as this is happening, you see some of the flowers being lifted and pulled out of the ground, some with roots, and then you see a few glints on there as if a team of bees has come in. A couple other flowers you see kind of get crushed and mangled and pulled apart as if the bee is just trying to get to the pollen as quickly as it can. And then you see a couple flowers being carefully tended to as if there were smaller bees or creatures on them. This happens in a whirlwind that hair is kind of flying and any loose garments get kind of pushed in a breeze that was non-existent moments before. To the point where most of you start understanding why they might be called stumblebees, as you could stumble into a hive or a gathering of them without even noticing.
All right.
Looks like
So,
Animal
while they're
Crossing players
distracted-
running through the flowers.
Basically.
While they're distracted, we're gonna go.
Yes.
You're,
Make our way towards the thing.
Step carefully.
Sorry for the squeaking here. There is a puppy falling asleep and dreaming in someone's pack. I don't know.
Oh,
Uh, Somebody has a stowaway puppy.
Wake up, man!
But as you do start moving, you watch some of the flowers move up over the hill that got carried away, and you believe that would be the direction to go.
Okay.
all right. Make our way over there.
You begin making your way up the hill, and a clod of dirt lands on Mal's shoulder as a flower with some of the roots goes past, and you hear a giant buzzing as if these things could be a bit bigger, closer to, an American football, upwards of 2 or 3 fists in length, because it pulled up a big chunk of dirt. You do hear some quick little buzzes past a few of your ears, and you notice these crystal glints have a bit more of a a yellowy powder as there's pollen on some of them. Tread carefully, players. And you get to the top of the hill, and you look down, and you notice there is a sharp drop-off with a dirt patch that looks like an entrance to a cave. In front of the cave, there are a handful of very crude boxes built that you hear buzzing going into. They're large. They're not a couple feet by a couple feet. They're 10 feet across, 6 feet wide, and taller than any of you stand. So they're large boxes, and you get a very sweet smell as you get closer, and you hear lots and lots of buzzing. And as you do, you get closer, and you hear a voice singing out, "Tend to the bees, gotta get all of the necessary things. Flower from you," and he grabs a flower out of the air as it's flying around, "and a flower for me," and he grabs another flower. You see this old, hunched over human kind of hobbling around and shoving things into pockets on his belt. He's got a bunch of cloth pouches hanging off of his belt, a very torn up rag thrown over his shoulders, super balding, but hair sticking out in all directions of what remains, and he's just enjoying his harvesting of these flowers. Pats up on the side of one of the boxes. "You all right in there? I just want to make sure that you're bringing me flowers for my potions." And he's dancing. Oh, my hip. Not as young as I used to be. Gotta make a potion for that. And he's facing away from you this whole time as you come up over the hill. At this point, as you see all of this, we are going to take a brief break, and we'll talk about what you do next. Those on stream, we will be back in 10 minutes or less. We take a few minutes to take a breather, regroup before our next little bit here. It's going to be fairly quiet, so what you'll see is a countdown. The countdown will hit 0 and sit there silently for a little bit with some of our music, but you will hear our theme song, our 53 seconds worth of playback. So at that point, finish your drink or pour another, finish dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever it may be where you're at, and join us back here at the Stumble On In. See you in about 10 minutes, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Happy
Garth
New
Underfoot.
Year!
Happy New Year.
It was a countdown.
Oh.
Well, we were counting down.
Happy
Sorry.
birthday!
Oh.
It's been a long quarantine.
Welcome
Did somebody
back.
put a magic top hat on Bixby?
Yep.
Brought it to
Basically.
life.
Basically.
Happy birthday.
Well,
Exactly.
welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've gotten, I see Johnny Walker in chat. Who knows what else you've had. Let us know what you're eating, drinking. Personally, I have gin and tonic.
Sparkling water.
Sparkling
I-
water.
Tequila soda. Yeah, baby.
I am drinking mysterious clear liquors out of this thing.
Spritzers?
So
Some
Claw
sort
of
of-
the Dragon?
Boston-sized mug.
Basically. Well,
The Mallet morning mug.
there it is. The Mallet Morning Mug. Mug 1 of 3. Welcome back, everybody. Before we dive back into our story, just a very, very brief recap of things. We have sponsors above. You can see them here. They have a lot of great things. If you look below in chat on Twitch, Bixby, below. Below in Twitch, we do have links to all of them. There's dice, there's coffee, there's bags, and geeky, nerdy paraphernalia, such as, dragon meeples on a keychain. If you know what that is, then welcome to our show. We
And
love you.
You know what? Critical treasures, there's a code.
There is a code.
There is a code.
There's a code now?
There's a code.
What is the
Dang.
code? Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Oh,
BA start.
I also wanted to thank Babam6 and Chaos Tsunami for the follows. Of course, we knew that
Chaos-
Catastrophe rated, but they're also hosting. So thank you for
guys.
that.
Amazing.
And just a reminder for anyone who's like joining us now or whatever, we we do have a 3.5-month-old puppy, and she is actually awake now, so there may be some noises, fussing, whatever. So please forgive us for any
Squeaking, barking, things
So-
catching fire off screen,
Chaos Tsunami is one of my really, really good friends. He lives in Flagstaff, Arizona, and Colin, this one is for you, buddy.
Hey.
Aw.
Colin.
Here's the friends, especially in quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And as extended friends go, thank you for being ours and joining in. We do read chat. We do read messages on tips. We do engage with you where we can while we're telling our story. So reach out. Also enjoy the companionship of everyone in chat.
Yeah.
To finalize everything we need to quick cover as we dive back in. Welcome back. Welcome for people who are just joining. We do have a tipping system. So you see the real Gobshite, he's actually been taken down on our hype boss. If you take him out, you get to give a nat 20
No.
to any player if you take him out and become the new hype boss. But how do you do that? There's tips, there's bits, there's subs, there's follows. All of those reduce the health there.
And it affects the game in other
And
cool ways.
If you tip,
No.
we do have some fun stuff. $5 gets one of these fun scrolls drawn. It does something automatically, such as I have advantage still when I need to roll. For one roll and one roll only. And then we do have other stuff that at $10 you get to give a reroll to anyone on screen, and at $25 I have a pool of characters that can join, good, bad, or otherwise. So we'll see what happens. I'll roll a die, I'll pull something out, and hopefully it's not a dragon or Drago Lich that will immediately eat all of the players.
Wait,
That's in there.
Is
That's
a
just bad
lich
luck
in
to get
there?
Drago Lich.
What?
Is a lich in there?
No, there's not a Lich, but there's a Drago Lich. It's a little bit worse.
It's
Oh,
Not
it's
just a
not
little
a
bit worse.
lich.
I mean,
Just a little bit.
at level 4, not much worse, because it's gonna kill you, or it's gonna kill you slightly faster.
right.
Yeah.
As long as they don't roll a 74.
Ooh.
So,
That's enough.
$25, and
I need whatever
74.
dice you're rolling.
cool. Here we go. We are back to the story, and we were looking for some stumblebees and also a potion to help cure some of the
A railment.
player
My
characters
arm!
here. Some of the player characters are cursed currently, and in being cursed, they couldn't sleep, couldn't rest, couldn't do anything they needed to regain health. As I said with Puppy, okay, there she is. Never mind. Sorry, crisis averted. I thought she was escaping and setting fire to things off screen. Oh, I heard the matches.
She's done it before.
That on screen.
She's done it before. She'll do it again. That's how the fires of 1916. No. The players are looking for a way to cure themselves or to brew some mead in Malad's case here. They stumbled upon such a creature called the Stumblebee. Ha 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 ha, stumble on in, Stumblebees, whatever. I don't care.
Stumble beer.
Stumble beer.
I mean, basically, it's about them being drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, Malad is trying to make the special brew that he has now been essentially given a tap handle at the inn as long as he can make it and bring it back and not die to these stumblebees. So we'll see what happens. These bees, however, are basically translucent. So players, you came across the top of the mound and found the entrance to this cave. An elderly human male is attending to these bees and singing along as he's grabbing the flowers floating through the air and stuffing them in his pouches.
Are they translucent or invisible?
Yes.
So we can see their inner stuff.
Fully translucent. Their inner stuff is translucent as
Everything
well.
is translucent.
Everything through.
Everything
They,
translucent.
you catch glints of light off of them, so you can kind of see them
Okay.
at times, but
Got it.
for the most part, not really.
Well, I think that might be the guy.
I think so.
Well, he seems to have gotten a pretty good handle on these bees.
I think we just need this thing nice and pretty to them.
Do you like the flowers that I made?
That's
I
beautiful.
sing to call the attention of the old man
Mm-hmm.
with some jazz hands.
This is a pre-recorded episode. No, this is live. All right. Yes. Gold falls from the sky. I missed it. What happened?
I
happens.
sang to
You
call
sang.
the attention of the old man.
The old man grabs some flowers out of the air and stops for a second. What is that voice I hear over? Ow! And he turns, and you hear it pop and crack as he turns. Oh, hello up there. What is it you're doing over here? Have you stepped on any of my bees?
No, I gave them flowers, and we avoided them carefully because they are valuable. But we got cursed, and we were like hoping you could help us.
He quickly puts a hand in one of the pouches. These flowers I've never seen on this island.
I made them. I'm a druid.
I guess they're fine.
They taste really good if you make a simple syrup out of them and like mix them in your latte.
He takes a bite and starts chewing on it. This might change the batch of my current honey, but
Oh,
I think
lavender
it's all
honey.
right.
That'd be so good.
I think it's all right. It does give a nice flavor to it. All right. So you said
Purple.
you're here for what? What is it I can get for you?
We got cursed, and the
And he wants
innkeeper-
to get drunk.
I very much would like to get drunk, if
Oh.
that's at all possible.
The bar is there's bars in different directions, probably back from where you came from, but I have just a little hip flask left here of my famous brew. And
I
he
wouldn't-
chugs it down right in front of you and goes, well, it's gone now. Oh, that was good.
I'm a bit of a brewmaster myself. Do you? I'm actually looking to try and do exactly what you're doing here with the bees and try and harvest some of their honey.
You want to steal my business, young whippersnappers?
No, of course not. No.
just joking with you. It's tough. It's tough here. Living in solitude with these bees and the collapsed cave and all, but whatever.
Collapsed cave.
Oh, brewing supplies, magical potions, all caught in the back storehouse with a beast and all. But I've slowly rebuilt in the front parlor.
Can we help fix it? Cause I don't know how much longer. And I show him the black curse.
He takes a step back and drops, and you could tell his eyesight was bad, but he was able to catch that. Whoa! How are you still walking? Oh, I should be walking better than you. And he creaks and cracks as he stands up. Well, since you're still walking, you probably don't have much time left. Do you wanna go help me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. In return, friends, would you mind teaching me how to capture these bees and raise them like you have?
Well, if you help me clear stuff up here, I'll gladly take you under my wing. I don't have much time left, as you hear the old bones are about to give in.
Well, I would be honored, and I'd be happy to help as well.
Well, all right. The first step is have you seen where I dropped my flask? And he's got it in his hand, looking around.
You're holding?
Right.
Oh, my special brew.
You-
Which of you drank it?
You
You did that
drank
one.
it, sir?
That was you, mate.
Well, seems the old memory bank is failing on me now a bit. Have you seen my bees? They're out here. And he turns around to the box right behind him, pats on it. They're stumblebees. Who are you?
Can you take? We're here to help with your storage room that collapsed.
You
My
said you were
storage
gonna
room
kill us.
collapsed.
Oh no.
Well, it's
Right this
inside.
way, sir.
It's inside. And he sits down and he tries again at his empty flask. You see the open mouth of the cave glows brightly with a few lanterns hung in it. The cave has a lot of stalagmites and stalactites that almost look like teeth as you enter. But there's no face to this, no tiger's face, nothing that you have to worry about. But there's a path right through the front and center. And with that, you're able to enter into a very nice parlor setup. Some very old rugs strewn about the floor, some really old ornate tables set up, a couple of them on either side of the room with some upholstered seating. The upholstery being sewn together in multiple spots and very worn. A couple glasses on each table are mostly empty. In the back corner of this open mouth cave that's about 30 feet wide by about 60 feet deep, you do see a very crude brew station, and opposite of that, a very crude alchemy station. But between the two, you see a pile of rock and rubble and what seemed to be an open mouth that led down some steps. The rock and rubble is kind of laying on top of one another. You can peek through and see some darkness below, and it's fairly quiet. Dusty cobwebs hang. A few candles lit in the back to provide some light.
Sir, I am very willing to make sure that your basement is free of any pests. But it was mentioned to us that you happen to know how to do potion-y type things, and if that is the case, could you fix us before we do it so that we're at full strength?
Potion-y type things. Oh, for the stuff growing up the neck and down your arm. Little
Yeah,
one.
it's on my arm.
Whoa, it's on all of you. Sir Dwarf, do you have any of this ailment too?
He's good.
No, I actually don't have any of this ailment. I seem to be free and clear.
No, well, that's good because I only have a few potions left of the potential cure. Do you know how you got this?
Well, we found it
Rakshasa.
this morning. I mean, yeah, we definitely fought. We fought two things. We fought a Rakshasa yesterday, and we fought a shark rhino.
Well, I don't know what a shark rhino does, but I've heard of this Rakshasa stuff. It's an evil beast. Why were you playing around with these Rakshasas?
But there was only one of them,
He
and
was trying to take a magical tree in town.
Well, seems you've had some interesting brew. A magical tree in town? I have not seen a magical tree in ages. Not
Well,
in these parts.
it replaced the magical shop. So, there was a portal. You had to be there. We weren't, but you had to, apparently.
Okay, well, I don't get it.
Are your potions here or are they in the room?
Well, I have a potion over here, and he slowly hobbles back and looks at the table. This one will allow you to speak to trees for a few minutes' time.
Really?
Yeah.
No, stay focused. Sorry.
Um,
Will we break the curse?
this one here will allow you to speak to bees for a few minutes. Oh, it's empty. I must use it this morning. I don't have much up in this room. You're gonna have to go down there. There's a few storerooms with all of my years of potion making. But there's just one catch.
What?
Well, we had some goblins that I treated for bee stings. I might have given one of them the wrong potion.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen, creatures that turn into other creatures?
I can do that.
I've read a book called Animorphs once. Is it like that?
Well, usually it's when a human gets bitten by
Oh!
yeah. Well, I extracted that from a dead one once, and well.
You made a were-goblin?
Yep.
Oof.
That's what I did.
Technically, I think it would only be a were-goblin if it wasn't originally a goblin and it turned
true.
into part goblin. So what was... If it... What...
Listen, we don't have a lot of
Bear.
time.
Bear?
Bear. It's a bear.
It's a werebear.
Okay.
Oh.
Down there? Were-bear?
Can I roll?
Wait, where bear?
Goblin werebear.
there?
Mhm. Down there. Down there.
Outside? Where bear?
Is it
Huh.
Bear where?
collapsed?
What? Who bear?
This is...
Pooh Bear?
What
Benny?
bear?
Was the bear fuzzy? Was he?
Is the cave collapsed?
I collapsed it in when, well, I couldn't run, so I threw a few of my magic potions of explosions, and it
That's fine.
worked.
I want to walk up to where it's collapsed and check it out.
I would like to do the same.
As you walk up, you notice there's a few large stones that seem to have caved in, almost as if they were like support for archways. Do I see Aloans just checking your nails out
Yeah.
over there?
What am I gonna do with a rock collapse?
There's a few large archways that have collapsed in and some dirt on top. But it seems like if you're able to break through a couple of the archways, you're able to get a clear path. There's some scorching on the floor that seems to have caused some of the cave-in, but it doesn't seem too terrible. Enough to just cause a barrier.
Okay, so not enough that I need to turn into a giant badger.
I mean, you do what you want. This is your world. I'm just
If it's stone, I can't
orchestrating it.
tell through that. Well, that's true, but I don't have. Let's see.
I mean, either of those two could help.
Okay. I reach into a pouch at my side and pull out the fuzzy ball. And
Fuzzy ball.
I'm gonna roll, and then I'll tell you.
Okay. Is there anything that Bigsby or Mal decides to do as they see the collapse?
I mean, I'll let Mal go. Mal.
Yeah, I would like to make some sort of check to see if there's an easy way to remove this stuff.
I mean,
We have a giant hyena now.
you have a giant hyena. Okay, so as you're looking at the collapsed rock, with your stoneworking background of dwarven culture, you do notice that there seems to be a few key points that if enough pressure or force were applied, you could probably break through the downed archways.
Okay.
And as you're staring at it, you feel the hot breath of a beast standing above you, and a drip of drool drops next to you, and you look up to see a hyena head
He's a
that
friend.
that doesn't seem to be caring about you, but just staring at the same thing you are.
That is something I have never seen before.
It's my friend. It's fine.
All right.
I take a pack of some like rope from my pack and try to like tie it around one of the like something that seems loose.
And I basically pass on the information that I got from my stone cunning, and basically say these are the points that we want to focus on, and we want to push through.
As you both get that information together, you notice you can wrap a rope around 2 of the 3 points that might allow movement. The third has dirt above and a little bit below that you're not able to move enough to get the rope around.
Okay, I'll take one of the 2 that I can, and then I'll loop it around, make like a collar for the hyena, and command it like, pull!
He begins to pull and gets a budge. You see dirt move, but the one spot left cracks a little bit, but doesn't quite break free. It caves in a little bit more dirt, and it almost looks like you're starting to go backwards.
Uh-oh.
Malad pulls one of the hammers from his belt and tries to help out.
How do you help out with the hammer?
Trying to...
he hits the hyena back.
You said there was a crack, right?
There's a crack, yep.
So I think he's going to take a little piece of sharp rock, stick it into the crack, and smash it with his hammer.
The first smash, you see the crack grow. The second, you feel the rock kind of break free a bit more. And on the third, the hammer just goes in. You naturally move your hand out of the way. You blast into the rock and shatter a hole right where you were hammering in. And it crumbles down in, and dirt and rock kind of bounces off of you and falls to the floor. And it opens up the passageway for you to all climb up through. You have enough space that humanoids could fit. Unfortunately, the hyena is a bit too wide at the shoulders to make it up through.
I'm gonna just tell him, stand guard, buddy, and I'll scratch his ear.
Oh, he's a sweet little hyena.
Wait, can a giant fox fit?
Your giant fox will fit. He at his shoulders, he's probably about the same size as a human, because you're a lot smaller stature.
Plus, foxes squish to
Yeah,
fit
plus
through
foxes
holes.
will squeeze
Foxes are diggers.
through. Yeah.
I was going to bring that up, but everyone got working so quickly, I figured we would take this one and rest.
There you go. As you're able to make it through the hole, you do notice that it's dark and musty and smells a bit putrid, as if there may be a rotting corpse or 3 below.
I like a torch.
You light a torch.
I never could stand caves.
As you light a torch, you notice the stairs go down a good 15-20 steps at a very sharp angle that you can't quite see into the room ahead, but there is a small flickering light that you do notice inside the cave-in.
Okay.
Oh, there's a light down here.
I'm gonna just take this moment to turn into an ape,
Okay.
because... Alright, I'm just gonna... I'll warn them first, like, I'm not feeling too good, I need to get some help. And...
As you turn into an ape, it gets a bit tight that you're able to kind of like squeeze down the steps, kind of at a sideways movement. So you don't get a very good view of everything, but you're at the back kind of pushing through.
Yep.
Well, Mal, you're a dwarf. You want to lead the way?
Don't see why not. So Malad moves to the front, and he's very uncomfortable inside the cave, which is odd for a dwarf, but he really does not like being inside the dark cave.
It's okay, I brought fire.
Appreciate it.
As you,
But I don't like being enclosed. That's more what it's about.
Ooh.
Oh.
As you make your way down to the bottom of these steps, you do notice it is a grand hall, that in the center there's a few large alchemy stations, vials and stands remain on a few of the stations. A few are smashed in and glass is everywhere around them. There's a few doors surrounding this large hall, and it's a fairly oblong circular hall, so more oval-esque, but it is flattened at the back. You see at the back there's a few metal bars that seem to be cages or cells. One of them is bent wide open, and you can see this with a bit of dark vision and a little bit of light. There's a small flicker of a candle in the middle of the room that kind of illuminates the alchemy stations. Otherwise, those without dark vision aren't able to see much more than a flicker of a candle and a bit of the space. So, Mac, you're able to, as Malad, pass this information along if you wish.
I do just that as I kind of start to see things as the dark vision starts to take hold.
Yeah.
He begins to describe all this to everyone.
Perfect. The room stands about 40 feet wide and about 70 feet deep, that you're barely able to make the glint of the bars in the back. It's quiet. It's almost too quiet, and the stench of death is strong, and other potions sharp in the air. And you hear a small pitter-patter on the other side, as if there's water dripping or feet moving, but you can't quite tell what it is.
At the quiet, Malad is going to remove his other hammer from his belt and have both of them in his hands. And then he's going to kind of move forward towards the sound.
Bigsby's going to pull out one of his scimitars, and he's going to have his torch and his scimitar.
All right. You move forward quietly. Very little is heard. The pitter-pattering stops, as if whatever water or source of sound just instantly halted. There's some oil on the floor and an oil lamp up ahead that, as a spark of flame hits, oil bursts up in a small pool about a foot wide, sending some light into the room. And you're able to see a bit more. It seems that there was a massacre down here. There's a few small remains of goblins, and it seems like a humanoid in the back corner that is almost half eaten. There's big bear claw prints in blood across the floor and the walls. At a few of the doors, there's scratch marks and a metal bar jammed into one, as if someone was trying to break into one of the storerooms. And it is incredibly quiet. And you hear, "Who goes there?"
Just some assistance, friend.
Assistance of the guy who gave me a potion?
No, we are here to assist you, friend.
Did you kill him? Are you here to set me free?
Well, free might be a bit of a stretch.
So he's not dead?
I mean, he was a pretty nice guy.
But he's not dead?
No, he's not dead.
Oh.
But,
Well, that's not.
As you hear a guttural rumble, you see a furry form kind of morphing behind one of the tables where the voice was coming from.
but, now that if we figured access to all of the potions could save anyone who's cursed, because we too are cursed.
Is it as bad as me? And a claw comes up onto the table.
Well, I think ours will kill us, while it seems yours made you a little stronger. So would you rather be dead, or stronger. I mean, that's really just a personal thing, really.
But are you with him? And this hulking bear stands up with a greenish tone to some of its fur.
I mean, if I was saying I'm with anyone, it's my pal Mick, who's a fox, a fellow woodland type creature.
The bear still has some pointy goblin ears that are sticking up from his head, and he licks his lips and looks at the lot and goes, "That fox looks tasty."
Well, I think you'll actually find that he's not. But I hear elves are very tasty.
He looks at the two elves in the room. I've not eaten an elf yet.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah, we've got a monkey.
Oh, so an elf and a monkey in the room.
Yep.
As he looks around, is the monkey for me?
No, I think we were maybe thinking that you don't eat any of us. But maybe what we do is just why am I the one negotiating? I feel like the one who should be negotiating is a monkey right now. Yeah, you try it, Rosalind.
I don't understand what she's telling me.
I think if she's saying, have you tried the bugs on your own fur for protein intake?
Not yet.
Well, there's an option for you. Have you look? Maybe we could help you get to some other help, a cleric, perhaps. We don't meet as many clerics as we should, but we'll find one.
But will the cleric kill the man who did this to me? I was forced
Actually, I think
to eat my friends.
I think if you give it a couple of months, he might just pass on his own.
Yeah,
Not satisfying.
Okay.
That's fair.
The bear smashes down the last few remaining vials on the table he's standing next to, and almost grows a bit larger and licks his lips. If you're not gonna help me, then I will just eat you and then leave through that gateway you left me.
You should be warned, we left reinforcements on the other side of the gate.
Snacks, I hear. And the bear drops down and hops up over the first table and the second, and is now charging with about 30 feet in front of you. Mal in the front, the rest of you just behind. Now is where we roll for initiative.
Yes.
Sorry, everyone. As we've warned, Puppy had escaped. All right, I'm gonna go alphabetical order with Bigsby Lufaloo first.
18 for Bigsby Lofalo.
18 for Lufaloo. Elowen second.
Me?
Yes.
16.
16. Malid.
That's going to be an 18 from me.
An 18. Kolje, I believe, has his own roll, correct?
He does, and it is a 15.
15. And Rosalind, what were you?
21.
21.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I was going to give you a 12 at
21.
first. I was like, I can't tell if that's 12 or 21.
That's why I was trying to turn it around,
All right.
20.
but I see the confusion.
All right. As the bear comes jumping over the second table, it catches its foot and kind of slides a bit, and you see that because of that, he is low in the turn order.
Yay!
So we start off with Rosalind, this bear kind of sliding on the cement floor with what you do hope is water and not blood or potion and not blood, and slips on it and starts fumbling towards you. He's about 20 feet out. You are an ape and near mid of the group.
Are there any rocks or like rubble around me?
Not much. It seems like this laboratory is kept in great shape and in such great condition. You do notice there's maybe a small beaker or vial that you can get your big ape claws on, but otherwise, nothing big to throw.
Okay, then I will run up and we're gonna make 2 fist attacks.
2 fist attacks. You do rush up.
Ho, ho, ho.
The first one is a nat 20.
There you go. And you know
Ow.
what? The second one?
Also a nat 20!
How many dice cams?
She rolled a nat 20, and then remember, Gobshite gave her a nat 20.
Oh.
We got 2 nat 20s on fist attacks. So 2 critical fist attacks from the ape as it charges this werebear.
A d6 plus 3, so
No, that
would
is
be
a
4
fight
plus-
I would literally pay to
Remember.
watch.
Absolutely.
And 6, and then
Oh,
you
right,
roll
that's
2
right,
more
that's
d6.
right.
Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. We have a werebear and an ape showdown at 6:09 p.m. Pacific Standard
that'll be
Time.
7 points of damage.
Only 7 points of damage?
Hold up, time out.
7
20
plus?
3.
Okay, but
So 12 already.
12
Plus 12. Oh, wait.
plus 3 is 15. We don't, and then you double that, so 6.
1d6 plus 3 for each.
Yeah.
So for...
2 hits.
Oh, yeah. Just kidding. I was trying to get more damage. You do my math.
So 12 plus another 6 is 18, plus 3 is 21.
Yes.
Yes.
21!
21. 21 points of damage as you just rush up to this werebear and give a left hook and a right hook
Boom,
and
boom.
just knock some teeth loose.
Pow, pow.
21 points of damage. It quickly moves to Bigsby Lufalu as the battle has begun between these 2 large beasts.
Oh. I don't like it because I don't feel so well. But I'm gonna run in and try to slay the beastie.
Are you really?
Are you really?
Well, it's either that or
I mean-
give up a whole turn because I don't have my bow out. So, there's potions around, maybe, if you can open the door. I'm going to,
It's gonna be our first.
as a, let's see, as a, you know what? No, I'll play it smart for this turn, and this turn only. I'm going to use my Hunter's Sense. As an action, I learn vulnerabilities, immunities, resistances of a target I see within 60 feet. If it is protected from divination magic, or since it has none of these.
Okay, so you said vulnerabilities and immunities?
And resistances.
And resistances. You learn that it does have immunities of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magic attacks that are not silvered.
Uh-oh. Hey, everybody! Hit it with something magic, or else it's not gonna work! I mean, I think yours counts as magic because you transformed into a monkey.
So,
No, because it's technically. bludgeoning,
Mallet's
isn't it?
Silver Hammer is a great Beatles song. But yeah, so that's good to know.
Perfect.
Whose turn?
It is Malad's turn now,
Perfect.
as he hears the silver is needed.
As he hears that, Mallet is going to run over, and while the ape and the bear are kind of locked in, he is actually going to go slide underneath them and swing up with his hammer, trying to clack the werebear underneath the jaw.
All right. Let's roll to attack. So you rush in and you slide right between and you swing up with a hammer as you're sliding. Let's see, does it hit?
That is an 18.
Hits.
Nice.
All right, so that does 8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning
With the
damage.
silver
and it's
hammer.
Silvered. All right. You swing up and you clash right into the jaw of this bear, and you do notice that a shine comes off of the silver as it hits this bear, and almost a shimmer that you can see the goblin form within. You know that you have dealt damage from that. Eloin.
I am going to reach in my pack,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull out a book I have
Okay.
that's titled The Rage and Depression of Orcs,
Okay.
and I'm going to open it.
All right.
Do you remember this book?
I do remember this book.
Okay, so I'm going to open it facing the werebear. I want to specify this.
Yep.
I have no idea what is happening.
I do.
I don't.
Please explain as you're so excited.
So, this is a book I have acquired that, let me find, when opened, emits a blinding light.
All right. So, as you shine it, and fortunately enough for you, none of your party is looking, but you get it right into the werebear's eyes. The werebear becomes blinded at this point.
Nice.
Well done. That
Well
will-
played.
And as you hold the beam pointing at the bear, the room is lit up. You're able to see all of the doors in the room. You see that one of the doors that had been clawed at and beaten has a small rope handle hanging down, and the floor shows a wear pattern coming away from the door, as if the door only needed to be pulled to be opened. You do notice this about a bunch of the doors. They're all scratched at and beaten, as if the doors were trying to be pushed in, and the doors wear as they open into the room. It looks like if you're able to survive, there is going to be no challenge to get into any of these small storerooms.
Fantastic.
That's amazing.
McCulJ, it is your turn.
McCall is going to look at the giant scary bear and remember the story he heard once about a fox and a hunting dog who had become friends, and the scary ending with a giant bear, and he's going to just kind of hang out with Bigsby.
I hate that story.
I'm already crying.
As Lindsay has 2 dogs on her lap, she's
I
like,
cannot watch that as an adult.
Oh, I definitely can't.
That
I weep.
It's
that
awful.
bear is one of the scariest things known to animation.
Definitely.
yes.
Scarier, in my opinion,
Traumatizing.
scariest looking villain in any Disney film.
Totally.
Just leaving that out there.
True.
I love it. Most heart-wrenching, for sure.
Anyway, that's what happens on Mick's turn.
All right. He plops his butt down and remembers the picturesque scene painted in front of him as a young wolf cub. All right, or kit. It's a wolf kit, isn't it? I lose my advantage because I'm at disadvantage as the werebear does try to attack the ape in front.
But you get a straight dice roll.
I get a
so
straight
that
dice roll.
benefits you.
Yeah, yeah.
That
You
is
have
nice.
advantage. Did you use your advantage already?
But he's
Well,
blind.
I'm at disadvantage,
Mm.
Yeah.
so my advantage gets canceled out. So instead of being disadvantaged,
Right.
I get a normal roll.
Oh, well, that's good.
Could
Yeah,
still
yeah.
be a nat 20.
No, it was a 19. So 26 to hit.
Yes.
It hits the ape. All right. And let's get the right dice here.
All 12 of them.
It does 7 damage to your ape form.
Okay.
That's a hit for sure.
That is a hit. It has a multi-attack, so it swings again, and a 9 does not hit, does it?
Nope.
You sure? Are you sure in ape form
Wait,
it doesn't?
well, check again for him.
Yeah, nope.
Okay,
Okay.
good. You sure? And that is all that it does.
He just really didn't want you to miss out on any possible damage. Like,
Yeah,
he just
yeah. I'm
felt
just trying
like
Oh, fine.
he
Yep.
wanted you to get the most
The
out
DM's
of your
gift.
experience.
The DM's gift.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the top of the turn order with Rosalind the ape.
Now, I will ask, I mean, because I think what you're wrestling over, if you stay a monkey,
Yeah.
would she have noticed her blows do
I mean, you
any
called
damage?
out.
I know, but you did that beforehand.
She noticed they connected well, but she didn't notice if it really caused any damage. There's no blood, no teeth flying. She feels like it might have like knocked into the teeth nicely.
Oh, sure. I just personally don't remember if druidic attacks when you have transformed are considered magical or not.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't know the best mechanics to do this. I'm not going to do any damage, which I think I would have realized as an ape, but I don't have the hit points to stay up close as Rosalind. Since he is still blinded, if I disengage with his opportunity, like, or if I just move back,
He rolls disadvantage on his attack on you.
but if I don't disengage, I could technically take my move back, untransform as a bonus action, and then attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other possibilities too, as we haven't done this a lot. You could attempt to grapple if you wanted to
Oh, that's right.
take the bear down. There's options there because you're big and strong and should have a nice number for that.
I mean, you've grappled us a lot.
So yeah, I mean, I have, I guess, but like it's one of the things that players tend to not think about as something that you can essentially hold them back. I will read officials here. Grapplers or the grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonuses. And you essentially, I think, give it. This doesn't have everything. I believe you give it disadvantage as well, and it has to break your grapple in order to make any attack. So as long as you can maintain it, you're good.
But it's
Makes
already
sense.
at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it's already at disadvantage, but if you guys can keep it from slashing at a party that's already pretty hurt.
Is double disadvantage an actual thing?
No.
It's like, I was just checking.
If I grapple it, though, does that mean that, like, Mac couldn't hit again with the hammer without me being in the way? I just don't want to...
No, it's such a big creature. I feel like you'd be pinning it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
would just be wailing on it from the
Okay, why not?
I mean,
never
you,
grapple.
you could always attempt to, like, exert your inner monk side and get around it and hold its arms back. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, most of it's... I want to be away from its mouth so it can't bite me. And I want to keep... Because its mouth and its claws are what does damage. So I want to be able to pin its arms.
All right. So I'm just double checking here. On grapple, I believe that you need to roll a strength check here. You need to roll to attack, and then we do a strength check on my side. Sorry.
Oh, roll to attack.
No. Okay. No, that's not going to happen.
What is your number?
I don't know how this... it's a 5 on the dice.
Yeah. Plus your modifiers.
Her strength is 3. So would it be +5 then?
Should save my nat 20.
Yeah, I believe it would be +5. So you'd be at 10. As you go to grapple, you do notice that you are able to kind of claw at it and almost get it into where you need, but barely miss.
Okay.
Cough,
Barely.
cough.
bottom.
Well done.
Alright.
All right. So sorry for encouraging you to waste your turn on the grapple, but that's one thing that I do encourage is like try those things out.
Try different things.
Try different things.
It's not your fault.
You do keep your eyes away, so you don't get blinded as you're pushing this around. You do notice that the bear is now essentially staring straight into Eloin's book. Its face is just glowing bright. So, if anything, you gave it a full blast of the rage and depression in orcs.
The rage and depression of orcs.
Man.
I
terrible
did not
book.
title that book. That is what it's called.
Thanks,
beautiful.
B, sir. It is your turn as you see the bear and the ape going at it, and you notice that the ape almost got this thing grappled. Cough, cough.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not exactly a magic user, so I feel like the best that I can do is distract it. Oh wait, I might be able to do a little bit of damage to it. I'm holding a torch.
Okay?
Can I run up and attack with it?
Yes, because that is not... If you want to try and do some fire damage, that is not bludgeoning, piercing, or otherwise.
Or slashing?
But it's...
Mm-hmm. He could swat at it. Fire would be
So
an
did
ongoing...
I mishear? I thought I said he was immune to non-magical attacks that weren't with silver.
He's...
But only like bludgeoning and
Only a
slashing
certain
attacks.
number.
So
Yeah.
if you smash it or
Okay.
pierce it or slash it, and if it's not silvered with those things, he's immune to that.
Okay.
But
Cool.
fire would work.
Fire!
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's give
So
it a
as
go.
I run up, my bonus action is to designate this creature as my slayer's prey,
Okay.
Ooh.
and then I am going to attack with the torch.
All right. So you
Since
just
my
want
other
to
weapon
swing and
won't
smack
work.
it. Yep.
Wait, is Slayer's prey basically Hunter's Mark?
Essentially, except it is a hunting ability.
Oh, gotcha.
You have
No, it
both, right?
Yeah, but the nice thing is that I could use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark and double it.
There it is. That's nice.
Yep. So I will, I guess, roll to attack with this torch.
Yep.
Which will be an improvised weapon.
It'll be an improvised weapon. If you do hit, just because we know now that the bludgeon won't do anything, you will be able to get fire damage by essentially holding the thing square into the chest or
Into
face or
his
wherever.
fur.
Yep.
All right. So well, so that's the
bear.
dice roll. What do I add? Do I just add dexterity?
You'd add, yes, I believe dexterity for your attack modifier.
Okay, without because I'm not proficient in that. So 12
Hits.
hits.
You're able to just run up and stab into the thing with the fire. The stabbing doesn't do anything, but the fire that you cause into the fur, wherever you do decide to place this, will allow you to do 5 points of fire damage straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up 5 points of fire damage.
Do I get to add a d6 because I made him my prey?
You do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 6.
11 points of fire damage to the werebear.
Nice. Killed it.
Did not think that's where I was going when I lit a torch earlier.
We go to Mal here as he's smashed once with a hammer. What fun things can you do with those hammers, sir?
We're gonna find out. So Malad runs up to the bear. Who you're holding him by the arms, right?
She attempted. She didn't get a full grapple.
So
she was
it's still
barely. Yep.
Okay.
Barely. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right,
Barely.
So Malad is going to run up and he is going to kind of move around the side of the head of the bear because it's about his size, I imagine, the head of it. And
Your head is nice and large. Yes.
yeah, he is going to bring the hammer down on the top of the skull.
Okay.
And then he's actually going to use action surge and swing the other one up and try and catch it under the jaw again.
All right.
So he's kind of bring
Nice.
it down together. So
Clamp.
The clamps.
And that's a 19 for me, which is a crit.
Yes,
Boom.
it is.
Yep, I have
Fine.
improved critical for being a champion.
Oh yeah. So you get a crit, so you take full base damage plus then you roll on top of it.
8. So 11. And then I roll on top of that.
Yep.
Nice. 21 points of damage on the first one. And then that's a 3 on the second hit. So he doesn't hit with the other one, I don't think.
No. A 3 does not hit. It's not
Yeah.
that low of an armor class. That's probably a goblin mooning you. It would be a 3 because there's no way to protect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of anything that's a 3 armor class other than that.
Paper
but,
goblin.
A paper goblin.
Paper goblin.
All right. Well done. You swing down and you smash and you hear a crack as it hits the skull, and you get a little too excited with the swing up, and you just graze the nose of the bear. And a thought kind of crosses the back of your mind as you do this of, how did I miss a target so big?
Yeah. And
Hello.
I guess he's just a little rusty. He hasn't been fighting much recently.
Yeah. One too
Too
many
busy
brews.
drinking and brewing.
Yeah.
One too many
He's
brews.
just been brewing.
I am not going to do anything. I'm gonna
You're just gonna keep-
continue with my book.
Yeah, there you go.
because-
There you go. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that book. Your second roll, you can roll for advantage on that because it was a melee attack. The book does allow, with the blinded, to get a melee attack bonus there.
Oh, sweet. Come on. Oh, that was not in my tower. That is a dirty 20.
So we rewind this moment, and you miss it, and you bring it back up under the chin. Now please get your damage for me.
All right.
Now, are both of your hammers silvered?
Yes. He has
That
2
is-
silver hammers that he won at... There's some backstory there.
Brief backstory.
He's
He's
a
a drinker and a fighter, and he wins things because he fights a
He
lot.
drinks things and he wins things.
Former
Exactly.
trainee of the Thors.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Basically.
Yeah, a little bit.
Basically.
You knew.
And so that does another 11 damage with
11
the
damage.
other hammer.
All right. Well done. We go to Aloan, and you said you did nothing but hold the book.
Yeah.
So we move down to McCulJ. McCulJ, do you, as the Wolfie or the fox, do you want to dive in at all? Do anything?
McCullj's like, I should probably guard this elf person, just in case.
Stands next to Aloan in the book, just like, all right, here we go.
What
Here's
did the
good.
fox say?
Here's good. I would imagine almost he sits under her and props his head up under the book as if he's
Yep.
helping.
Oh, and I go.
So the werebear now has an ape that's kind of moved off to the side trying to grapple it, and 2 hammers that have smashed, and so he's gonna bite out at the source of the smashing hammers, and he's gonna bite once and try and claw once. A 15, does that hit on
No.
Mal? No.
Nope.
So he bites out and misses right in front of you. And a 17 as the claw comes at you.
That one does take
That
it.
one does hit. So as he claws, he's able to get a claw across your chest for 6 points of damage as he comes across.
I got it. Sweet.
All right.
This place is full of potions.
You
You
guys
make
are
a good
just
point, friend.
start drinking things and turning into random creatures. No, next one.
Wrong
It's
level.
definitely an Emperor's New Groove situation.
Emperor's New Groove right there.
I want to be
Is
a
that my
mama.
voice?
Every single one of us went there.
Oh yeah. Back up to Rosalind, the ape, who just tried to grapple and is now kind of off to the side, monkey
Nah.
arms around.
I'm going to move. How far? Like, if I were just to back it up, how far could I go?
You could back up a good solid 10 or 15 feet. At this point, you are technically able to do that as he bit and clawed at Mal without an attack of opportunity.
Great. So I'm going to take that movement, and then as my bonus action, I'm just going to drop my wild shape. And then I got a cantrip.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually,
Cantrip,
Yeah,
will
no.
trip.
exactly. We're gonna go with cantrip. Saw that fire worked, so I'm gonna produce flame and chuck it at him.
All right, produce flame. Flaming baseball incoming.
Exactly. Spell attack. Do I just?
You
D20?
you roll a spell attack. You should have a spell attack modifier at the back.
15.
15. Oh, that's
15. It does hit. You can hit the broadside of a bear with that.
Woohoo! All right, so that's 1d8. That'll be 6 points of fire damage.
6
Nice.
points of fire damage. Mac, you came in saying you're all for puns. We're super punny here.
Well, that's
Penguin
that's
says,
right
burn,
up my
mother bear,
alley.
burn.
Burn, mother bear, burn. At this point, I would say it's bloodied, but you do see this thing is charred. Because what else are you doing to it?
Smell of burnt hair. in the
Anybody
air.
want some bear jerky?
Right.
It's actually pretty good.
I take bear jerky. You got a chance to have goblin bear jerky here. It's a new hybrid.
Ooh, even better. Delicacy.
And maybe serve it next to the beer you make, but it's probably really gamey.
You just make sausage out of it. There you go. Solve that problem.
All right, there you go. Bear goblin sausage coming to you next season on a different island as we ship this off to another place. Bigsby, sir, it is your turn.
Well, this is my prey. And so I will just attack it again with my torch.
Oh no, that's stuck in my head. Thank you. What is it? A walk to remember there?
Yeah. Technically, Switchfoot.
Switchfoot, yeah.
Early 2000 Switchfoot.
Now wait, did you say that because it's blind I get advantage?
Advantage on your attacks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What can I say?
You're welcome.
I rolled worse.
Except you're welcome.
Do you guys ever see the Spiderwick Chronicles?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
long
like
time ago.
Bridge to Terabithia, which it was one of those two.
Yeah, one of them.
With the little goblin that was like, "Hey, you're welcome." He's like a little fat goblin. He's like, "Hey, you're welcome."
Every
how
one
was
of my
that again?
characters. Every one of my characters is like that.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, you're welcome.
Now, how does an 11 do?
Spot on, sir!
Ah, we found it, AC!
And advantage.
All right.
Good.
All in one.
I'm in here. But
Okay, honey.
Yeah.
Can you just look again?
6.
You do a straight up 11 fire damage, huh? There it is. Fire damage. You're burning a nice patch of fur into the chest.
I just keep holding it there. I'm like,
You are.
He thought he heard the bear say he wanted LASIK. So he's just helping him burn
LASIK?
the hair off.
Oh,
Is
laser.
that laser?
laser
No,
hair
it's
removal.
laser hair removal.
He's not on his eyes.
Guys,
I mean,
okay.
maybe-
No,
maybe-
hey,
Hang on, y'all.
He was doing the LASIK.
It's been a long week, all right? Like, listen.
It's okay.
I work retail during COVID. I'm
Yeah,
taking
that sounds-
geometry in 6 weeks online. And it's
Hoorah!
not math, apparently.
And she has a
And I have a 3-month-old puppy. It's been a long week. LASIK and laser hair removal are the same thing right now.
Totally.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, like up until the moment when we were like, oh, that's probably not right. I was believing that LASIK also referred to hair removal.
Welcome to the COVID crazies, where we lose ourselves just a little bit.
Just a little.
Perfect.
I did 11 points of damage.
11 points of fire damage. The goblin bear jerky smell fills the room, and it is Malad's turn.
Aye. Smelling the wonderful bear jerky that is wafting through the air, Malad is going to try and spin the hammer over and sink the pointed end into the skull of the bear to bring it down.
Ouch.
Ow.
It's not going to feel great, that's for sure.
Right, let's roll for that and see how much damage you can do.
That is a dirty 21.
That one misses.
It's not a natural 21.
No, it's not natural. It's a dirty. Dirty.
Dirty. All right. Let's get some damage on there.
Yeah, I've got to pull out a different die for the points. Give me a second. There we go.
It's the 30 side, right?
That is, that is a 8 points of silver piercing damage.
8 points of silver piercing damage.
Wow.
As you come down onto the skull of this werebear,
Ooh,
you crack into it, and it kind of sticks into the bone a little bit, and blood spurts out, but you aren't able to pierce the skull yet. You know that you have a few more hits, and you're able to pull free, but blood is going everywhere at the moment.
Got it.
Uh-oh. Penguin Witch Doctor and his drinks have gotten to him. He is
It's double
ruling.
L's, not
he's,
double
He's
O's.
ruling a 1d8 in chat.
Oh no.
There it is.
Rule it.
It's like your word.
Alolan, it is your turn as you see the butt of the hammer, the spike, drill into the bear's head. Do you do anything more than try to keep?
I feel like I can close the book now. And put it away, right? Like I don't what do I
mean,
see? Like I just
You see the bear like blinking blindly and just getting wailed on at the moment as it seems that
don't have a good thing.
you're keeping the party from getting slashed at.
Oh, and I guess McCall is holding up my arms.
He's holding up your arms. He's got the book on his head and he's just kind of brushing you with his fox tail, just like, I'm here helping.
So I imagine at this point I
That's what the
am
fox said.
trying to, like, I'm starting to feel really gross because I'm like exhausted. I didn't really eat breakfast because I didn't feel good from not sleeping, and I'm smelling burning bear and burning hair. So I'm just holding the book, trying not to throw up right now.
If you're feeling that, please roll on. We're gonna do a Constitution here.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna see if you throw up and.
I'm just
and
like
drop the
thinking
book.
through. I'm like, I imagine like all these things add up
Hey,
to like
oh,
a real
absolutely, yeah.
situation.
I mean, it's great to have role play like this. Would you get?
A nat 20.
Oh, you feel a little gurgle in your stomach, and you go, and you swallow that little bit of vomit that's coming up.
Oh no, that's just as
And
bad.
You hold tight, and like your entire body tenses up, and you feel the adrenaline kick through your body, and a sweat pours over you, and you're just like,
man.
I'm here.
But it's
to
like
make
a
this
cold
happen.
sweat, right? Like
It's not great, but you're keeping the book up, and you're feeling good. At this point, you quickly blast through the back of your mind. Do you happen to have any silver weapons you could throw? Any silver you want to just try and throw at the bear now hearing silver?
I mean, nothing is specified silver, so I can't say that I do.
Do you want to throw a silver
any
piece in
silver
hopes to
pieces?
get like 3 points of damage?
Well, I don't imagine I would throw money.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Knowing
Alolan.
Alolan.
She's like, I know exactly how many silver pieces and which way they're laying in my bag.
I mean,
Keep that book up, girl. You're helping.
yeah,
There-
no, I
there
don't.
it
I'm
is.
not gonna do anything different because it just doesn't.
As the
fit.
cold sweat runs down your back, you're just keeping the book up, and you hear the fox below making some noise as it's his turn, and he just wags his tail and hits you and gives you a nice little breeze.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that is lovely.
Yeah,
The werebear is blinking as he's been smashed in the face and head and chin, and burning right now, all while staring into this wonderful light that is beckoning to him. So he claws out again at disadvantage to see if he can hit. Those aren't gonna hit. Hey, I got an 11 on that one. Still doesn't hit. So he claws out twice at Mal as he's trying to just claw at the source of damage. He's feeling a burning on his side and misses both claws that come up at Mal. Back to Rosalind, who just threw some fire at him. This bear is just gonna go up in flames here.
That'll be a 16.
Totally
That's a
hits.
3 fire damage.
3 fire damage.
Nice.
I would say that tickles, but at this point the bear is mostly engulfed in flame as it's working its way up the sides. You can hear a crackle of the fur just burning off at this point now. Yeah, you guys are doing a number to him. Bigsby, it is your turn, still holding the flame out.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Fuzzy Wuzzy
Pass.
has no hair.
And now we know why.
Wait.
Goblin.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
also
dark.
rolled a 16 to hit.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a goblin bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy has burnt off hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy's very angry now, isn't he?
Fuzzy Wuzzy's
He's very
dead.
upset.
A crew like this, it just ain't fair.
So I rolled a 16 to hit, and then I rolled an extra 3 damage on the dice, plus the base 5 is 8 total.
8 total. You're just leaving your mark in the side of this bear as you just keep this torch in its side.
It's like a 3rd-degree burn by now.
Mini Thor, it is your turn.
Aha!
Baby bird.
Little Thor is going to basically run the same gambit again, trying to break through the skull and try to bring this bear down.
All
The
right.
bear is also a little Thor right now.
A little.
He does like fun.
That's great. I love puns.
Mac, you're welcome
So
anytime.
at this point, I'd like to say, if you haven't watched Idiocracy, I think that's where our world is going at this point. It's a wonderful movie about a future time where I think it's one of the Wilson brothers, Luke Wilson, I believe, wakes up in the future and he's the smartest man on Earth.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've
Well,
seen that one.
it's great. It's a really good
wonderful,
comedy. It's a
wonderful
Are you
really
talking
good
about
comedy.
Our show world or the world
No,
outside?
The
of
world as a whole, as we're just kind of
Outside.
devolving into puns and laughing at ourselves within all of our apartments and homes
Out of
across
all
the
the
world.
world, you think that's
There's plenty of things there, but this is just the lead into it. This is the intro, the prologue. It all began on a stream one year. No. So what is your roll?
Mac, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Yeah, that'll do.
I hit to
Oh,
where?
yeah.
That'll do.
Oh shit.
That'll do.
And that is 11 points of damage.
Man, spot on.
11.
11.
Make a wish. And it's
Oh.
dead.
It turns into a were unicorn. What?
Oh,
With full hit points.
Oh.
What?
oh, gee, boss.
Yeah,
What is this? The second is like the second health bar for the boss fight.
Yeah, basically, it went from blue to red now. And now you think that you're in the final health bar. Aloha and McCallJ, you good? Just blinding this thing?
This is still going on?
Oh, it's still going on.
Oh,
I'm so
jeez.
surprised. Like,
I guess I kind of yell, I'm like, come on already. But that's about it.
She's yelling out.
The best.
She's yelling out. My arms are getting tired, and you hear
From
from
McCallJ.
McCallJ underneath. Just
He's like, my head hurts.
the werebear again at disadvantage claws out. That one is an 18 to hit with a claw on Malad, sir.
yes, that is going to hit.
All right.
I like how Elowen's getting tired of just standing here, and it's literally been like 24 seconds.
Basically, she's had no breakfast. She's had no sleep.
I'm an
barely
important
made it
person
here.
with important things to do.
Yes, my liege.
Exactly.
9 points of slashing damage. Come your way, Sir Mal.
Oh, oof. That feels
Ow.
great.
It's okay, there's potions!
And he bites out at you and totally misses there. The highest of that, if I were to have advantage, was an 11. So
Great.
DM dice for the loss tonight. So a slash and a bite gets a little damage on you. Rosalind, are you gonna chuck some more fire?
That is also a 16. And that will be another 6 points of damage.
All right.
Crispy bear.
Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? Tell me, is he dead yet?
He's not dead, but as that fireball hits, the bear drops and transforms into a small goblin with burns all over him and a very fierce glow in his eyes, and he's clawing and scratching out at
Is he going?
At
I'm not
Bigsby.
dead yet.
no, he's not, but you see him in his last little bit of health clawing and scratching out at Bigsby now, ever so slightly, but he's still on fire, and Bigsby has his torch up against him. What would you like to do, Bigsby?
I'm going to pull my torch away and just put my scimitar to his throat and say, "Stop moving! So we can save your life, you silly little..."
Eloquent, Bixby, as always.
The little claws from this goblin come up, and they do still seem to look like paws almost, as the goblin grabs and he growls at you, a little bit of a snout and fangs still on his face.
I can't stop. I need to eat, or I will stay as the bear, and I can't do that.
And he kind of ripples a little bit with fur patches and burn marks across
Someone get him a Snickers already!
I grab rations from my pack and toss it at the goblin's feet.
As you grab the rations from your pack and toss it at the goblin's feet, he's got one clawed paw on the scimitar, and he grabs the bit of food that you've tossed and starts gnawing on it, and crouches down a little bit and looks up. Bigsby, it is still your turn. We've allowed a little bit of extra out of turn action. Do you wish to continue pressing in?
No, I pulled the torch back.
Well, you had the torch up and scimitar at him.
Yeah, I mean, if he looks like he's just eating, I mean, he also has a paw on the scimitar. I don't want to, like, accidentally cut him, make him angry again. So I'll just hold him up position.
All right.
And just, like, eat the good grub.
Mal, you are standing there with one of your hammers up, ready to strike. Do you wish to, or do you wish to...
I'll hold back.
Okay.
I understand a hungry man.
Look, this is me when I'm hungry too.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
To finish out the order to get up to this goblin, Alolan, you're still blinding now a tiny creature with this light. He's blinking and putting an arm up, holding the scimitar and trying to eat while blocking his face.
I guess I'll close it.
As you close the book, the clawed paw comes off of the scimitar, and the goblin is blinking and looking around. He feels like he's in pitch darkness at the moment, as his eyes had slowly adjusted. He sees only the bright spot of the torch that Bigsby has, and he starts kind of clawing out. Where are you? Ah! And he keeps kind of gnawing at the bit of food and scratching and clawing. It's McCall turn before we get to the goblin. Does McCall make any moves?
I think McCollJ might like start slowly coming into the room, and he's gonna start sniffing at the doors.
All right. McCollJ, as he comes into the room and quickly moves around with his high rate of speed and powerful sniffer, is able to find one of the doors. Seems like it's got a lot of potions behind it. He's got a bunch of different smells, and he stops, and his tail just flicks as he's excited of all the new smells that he's gotten behind this door. And as we get to the goblin is still clawing out and ends up hitting at your scimitar and misses. He kind of clips the scimitar as he's trying to knock it out of your hand, and then he drops to the ground. This bear is now part of me, and I can't stop it. Why did he do this? And he kind of ripples a bit and seems to have a bit of control, as you can tell he is near death, bleeding, and slices and burns all over this small goblin's body.
It was an accident, you fool! Can't you understand accident?
He drops, huffs and puffs, and just gnaws at the food, and you see kind of a little bit of fur grow across his body, but he doesn't grow in size. He turns almost into like a goblin bear cub in front of your eyes and just gnaws and looks up and has the weird goblin fangs mixed with the bear fangs and bright red eyes.
Let me eat.
And he curls up around the food a bit and continues to eat and keeps an eye on every one of you, darting his eyes around the room before he takes a bite every time. You're now out of combat, but this creature is watching you.
Let's find some potions then, yeah?
I think this is the time.
Mick seems to have found something. Go check over there. I'll stay with the little guy.
Okay. I'll go over to the door and open it and go in cautiously, but looking.
As you open the room that McCollJ was standing at, and get a little bit of torchlight in, you notice there's very well labeled vials and bottles and various amounts of potions stacked across all of the shelves, as if they're just made for fun or storage or for future use. There's a section that is labeled transmog, a section that is labeled restoration, a section that is labeled unknown, and then there's one that's got a skull and crossbones. It's a large section, and that section has some of the more putrid looking vials, some very thick gooey liquids, some glowing brightly smoking at all times.
I'm going right for restoration. I'm looking for anything that says it breaks curses or like would, I think, fix our bear goblin.
Yeah, there is a bottle in there that does say back where it came from. There's a couple bottles in there that say remove the taint. One that says to dispel the pains, and then a couple that say to remove the pains of the mind.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of each of those, and I want to go back through the hole, pet my hyena buddy, and go find the old man and ask him,
all right,
which will remove the curse from us, which will heal the goblin.
So as you're doing that, the rest of you, do you do anything else in the room?
Well, I went into the...
You went in there?
I said I went into the potion room with her. I imagined I went, like, immediately to the left.
Which had all of the death
I
potions?
don't know. I just went immediately to the left.
So immediately to the left had one of the transmogs and restoration.
And I was just, like, looking, and then, like...
Yep. You notice some of the labels say to turn matter into other matter, to turn creature into other creature, and you notice that there's a few different names on some of them. There is one that says to turn creature into other creature. One has spider on it, one has bug, one has danger horse written on it, And then finally, one has centipede, and it's really called out in big, bold, like centipede across.
So I imagine that like as she rushes out, I try to like grab a few into my bag really quick, and I want to get the danger horse one.
Danger horse. All right, so you get danger horse.
Danger
then-
horse.
Most of them seem to be bug or snake related. You do find another one that says to turn creature invisible temporarily.
I'll take that one too.
All right. So please note those down because I am not notating them at the moment.
He says, "Keep track of your own crap."
Hey, if you pick it up, if you pick it up, you got to keep track of it. I'm not going to keep track of what you have in your sheets. There are a few health potions you do notice that say of minor and greater restoration. You're able to grab probably one or two of those. if you
Okay,
wish.
I'll grab whatever I kind of can without being like over. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like I'm a rogue, so I'm
Yeah.
not quick just grabbing.
You know that your pack can probably hold 4 vials safely. So you grab the 2 transmogrification ones and 2 health potions. Do you call out any of this to your team?
No.
or-
Okay, so just so I can clarify, there was a danger horse. There was what was the other one? Invisible.
Invisible. You have a greater restoration and a minor restoration.
Greater restoration.
I think Bigsby is staying near. Mal, do you do anything in the room or any of the other rooms?
I'm actually gonna go check another one of the doors
Yeah.
and see if I can find any of the honey
All
to
right.
maybe stow away in my pack.
You do open a couple rooms. One of them does have a bunch of preserved flowers of all sorts of types hanging from the walls. In the back, it does have a wall seemingly empty with a bunch of loops hanging off of it, but the loops seem to be suspended in air, almost as if there's something mildly unseen in those loops. And as you kind of quickly peek through, you notice another room does have a handful of jars of honey, a handful of jars of pickled vegetables, and there's even some preserved like meats in there.
I'm gonna take a couple of the things of honey, some pickled vegetables, and some meat, and put them in my pack.
All right, so you're able to get 3 jars of the honey, 2 things of meat, and 1 thing of vegetables, or vice versa. You get to choose what you
Okay.
get, but you're able to get essentially 3 and 3.
Perfect.
3 of the honeys and 3 of the other stuff.
Are there any doors that haven't been opened?
There is one door off to the side by all of the vials that the 2 ladies had walked into. That hasn't been opened yet.
I tell Mick, because you said it was like a rope with a pulley thing, right?
Yep.
I tell Mick, grab the rope and pull. He kind of runs up and he's like,
Really quick for the gratification of our viewers.
Yep.
Is there extract of llama in the transmogrification section?
You didn't see extract of llama, but you did see a rolled down label that does have a skull on it.
it looked like it was poison, so you didn't take it.
Yeah.
We watched something recently in case you
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
tell.
I know. Everyone knows. But
Fantastic.
as Mick does pull that door open, a few rusty weapons fall out and a rusty chest piece falls out. But on top of that, a burlap sack kind of slides down and falls out. And the burlap sack seems to have a large item on it as it kind of clunks and clangs and thuds on the few weapons that had fallen. Mick jumps back and looks at it as he was startled to have this all fall out at him.
That's weird. Sorry, buddy. Don't get tetanus. Tetanitis. Don't touch it. But hey, grab that sack. And he's like, oh yeah, all right.
And he's able to pull it towards you, and as he does, it kind of unrolls, and within it, a large tube, a wooden tube there with wax seals on either end, and a very ornate golden pattern around this wooden tube. Kind of rolls out onto the floor, and it does seem to be a
Didgeridoo?
container of sorts.
That's what I was thinking.
It does seem to be a container of sorts for something that you might consider would be a bow or a sword, but you can't quite tell from the outside.
Huh. That looks like a fancy weapon package. Good job, Mick.
Mick just stares at it for you. Back to Rosalind. She's finally able to get up to the old man who's sitting up in the front parlor, holding an empty glass and attempting to drink out of it, and just sitting there waiting, looking around. At this point, those of you who are affected notice that this dark growth under your skin really takes up most of an arm and across some of your chest. Like, you're able to look down and see it. It's like really engulfing you. It is searing and painful as you do notice its presence. The old man looks up. Oh, did you get rid of the thing down there?
He's constrained. Which of these can we take to stop? Restrained?
Restrained.
Restrained, whatever. Constraints?
He's within.
Constraints is a thing.
Constrained works.
Thank you.
Restrained is better.
He's been strained through what?
No, never mind. He's fine. Which of these will break the curse that my friends and I are under?
Oh, you said you got it from what again?
A Rakshasa.
Oh, those evil beasts. You're gonna need to, you're gonna need to mix a little bit of, that one.
And he points to a green glowing vial in the middle of all of the vials.
With a little bit of the honey and a dash of, where is it?
Pulls out a bottle from under the table.
This.
And he hands it up to you, and the bottle reads, ground griffin feathers.
Okay. Is there a cup anywhere nearby?
There's a bunch of empty cups. He's got one in
Great.
his hand that he's tried drinking out of a couple times.
I go grab 3 cups and I pour a little bit of the potion he said, a dash of the griffin. Where is there honey up here?
Not yet. The bees are working on it right now. They should get it to you soon, in a
I'll
week or
look
two.
from downstairs. We'll be dead at that time.
Yeah.
Also, which of these potions would cure the goblin?
Oh, it should be one that... There's probably a potion of goblin in there. I've got a lot of transmogrification potions. It's
Give him a
probably
goblin
on
transmogrification?
the top shelf. Oh, yes. Goblins are... They're a dime a dozen. You can
Thank you.
experiment on
I
them.
think- That's awful, sir. We'll talk about the ethics of your practices later, but I gotta go. I grab the cups
Freaking
And the rest of
honeybee
the potion.
Mengele.
and go downstairs, and I call out, "We need some honey!
Okay, sugar.
Look for honey!"
Oh.
Mal,
Is there
you hear this, and you know...
I have
you know
the honey, and I said, "Oh, I'm coming up. Hold on one second." And
I'm coming down the stairs, so I'll meet you.
Okay.
I come to one of the tables and put our cups down.
Perfect.
So I'll take the honey from him,
Mhm.
mix it in these 3 cups, and be like, "All right, guys, here we go." I'll hand one to Ellen and one to Bigsby.
I can test it first if you want to make sure it's the right mixture. Downs it.
As soon as you down it, the darkness under your skin engulfs your entire body, and then at that point,
I think it was off.
with searing pain, it shoots all the way back to the slash that you have from the Rakshasa, and the cut that you had sears, and as you pull your tunic back a little bit, you do notice that it like sears shut, and you've got a bright purple scar where the slash was. It is
Here we
it is
go.
painless to the touch and fully healed. The same thing happens to each of you as you drink. You all have a scar wherever it had hit you. I believe it was mostly shoulders or across the chest. So you now each have a purple scar that looks like a claw mark somewhere on your body. The were-goblin bear creature is looking at all of you and still gnawing a little bit on the remainder of the food, and looks around and he kind of ripples a bit and
One second. 1 second, buddy. I gotcha.
Okay.
I go back into the closet and I'm looking on the top shelf of transmogrification for
Yeah.
anything that says goblin.
You see a
Also
bunch.
looking for any healing potions because I know our buddy out here took some hits.
Yeah, you see a bunch of transmogrification potions that you dig through, and they all have like Goblin version 7, version 8, version 12, and they're all kind of crossed off. And finally, you get to the back, and you find one that says Goblin version 194, and that one doesn't have any crosses off on it, and it seems clean. And as you're digging back, you notice a bunch of bright pink and red glowing vials next to it that seem to be potions that exude a amount of healing.
Okay, I will take that potion for him, and then I'll take, I think...
You could probably get 3 or 4 in a hand.
Great.
If you grab any more than that, you might fear to drop one or crack
Yep,
them in your
I'm going to take 3 healing potions, one for Mal, Bigsby, and I, and then one of the goblin potion. That one goblin potion that wasn't crossed off.
All right. You're able to get those out and get to the main room, and the goblin's still gnawing and kind of rippling as he's fighting, changing into the bear form, and stares at you.
It's for you. Drink it.
And he drinks it and chugs it down. He ripples and grows fur and stands up just a little bit, and he becomes a strange goblin bear cub form and settles. And so he's got a green tonality to his fur and a more upright walk and claws and paws of a bear and more of a goblin-shaped head with a tiny snout on it.
He's a Grinch.
The first ever Grinch.
And he looks around and goes,
What did you do to me? I feel...
He said it would work. I'm sorry, it was the only goblin potion that wasn't crossed off, but I don't think you're cursed. You're not a werebear. You're kind of cute.
Were you supposed to
My
mention
head hurts.
honey?
and he reaches up and he's got some blood on his little clawed paw.
I'll give him one of the healing potions. Here, you can have this one. I'll
Okay.
get
And chugs it down, and you see his fur bristle up, and it turns bright green now, and he kind of stands up straight.
Okay, well, this isn't gonna... I don't think I'm gonna fit in with the goblins like this, and I smell like wet dog. Ugh. What?
What's wrong with that smell?
I don't know. We usually like the smell of mud and sliminess, like...
Go roll in the mud.
But I'm gonna get weight. Okay, fine, whatever. Thank you for, not killing me. I guess I'm in
You're
a,
welcome.
I'm in a weird position now. What? I'm gonna go talk to the old man. I'm probably gonna scare some, sense to him for doing this stuff to me.
And he puts his little paws up, and you see claws raise out of his fingertips.
That should
talk
do.
first.
So he stomps back to the cells and sits down in the back and just stares at you all and is grumpy with his current state, but somewhat okay with the fact that he's still alive. And you're all standing there, more or less healed. Mal with some honey in tow, and the rest of you with your lives back.
And hey, look, Mick found this fancy box amongst all these rusted weapons and armor.
Oh,
You can ask
Nice.
the old man if we can buy it off him.
he may just forget that he had it.
As you're all inspecting the box does have a officially sealed note stuck on it that looks like it was torn open. And as you carefully peer inside, you do notice that this was a delivery that was supposed to go from one king to another, and it was supposed to be delivered in haste. And as you look more at the note, it seems like it was almost 80 years past its delivery date.
Oh, maybe this doesn't belong to the old man at all.
We should smash it.
smash the thing?
Mick, how about you take it, Bainesby? I don't.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, why don't we just go act as the postal service?
We could deliver it.
The delivery destination is to the king or leader of Dragonspire,
Oh.
the town that you had just come from.
Wait,
Was there a king?
I mean, what?
We're going back. We might
It's-
as well
it's
take
80
it with.
years past its delivery date, so who knows what has changed.
We should just open it.
I'm actually with the rogue on this one.
I mean, you make sure we're delivering something good, right? You don't want to deliver a bad thing.
Absolutely,
I
you
pop
don't
open
want
my
to make sure it's not
dagger
broken
and
after 18
cut
years.
open the box
Big
while
feet.
they're talking.
We're looking
As,
at it.
as you pop open your dagger and cut open this box, you crack the box open, and a blinding light shines as you open it up, and a squeal and scream comes out and pierces your ears to the point where you feel like you might be bleeding from them. That all sense of everything around you has been lost.
Well, the rogue did it. It's not my fault anymore.
At this point, there is a blindness to you for what seems like hours. And as you begin to gain sight and you begin to understand what's happening in the world around you, you find green grass underfoot.
What?
And you see just down the rolling hill in front of you, the town of Dragonspire, but it seems to have a castle in the center of it, where it once was just a town. It seems to be a bit more of a city, and where you had stayed seems to be in a mildly populated outside part of town, where it's a bit more run down and old. Your first thought may be that you missed whatever this castle was, or
My first
were
thought
blinded
was that
by.
we're dead.
Oh, your first thought is you're dead.
Yeah. It's like,
I poked
That's not my
myself in the
first
head
thought.
again.
Your head is just fine. And now you
Is
have all noticed that there is a beautiful gleaming castle just past the Stumble On Inn, and you're left atop of this hill, not dreaming, as you've poked your own head there, Bigsby, and I'm sure Mal has delivered a few good, clean slaps to a few of you, including himself.
Definitely to himself.
And
It's the first thing he tried.
a light breeze is blowing, and you hear bzzz, and you see a couple flowers fly past you as they come up the hill, and you realize you're on the mound where you had just stood, and you turn around and find that there's a small sign posted that says, "Mal's Beehives. Keep off."
what?
Somebody stole your name.
Just
That is weird.
Mal, you have an extra key on your belt, and the rest of you feel fully recovered and at full health. What you do find in front of you is the same box that you had opened up, and there's a gleaming sword within that seems to have a force field around it of sorts. When you try to grab it, each of you can't get your hand on it, but you're able to close the box and pick it up. And now that you are standing outside of Mal's Beehives on top of this mound, with a castle in the distance, this is where we end our story.
What?
This one shot turns into a potential 2-shot, turns into a potential 4-shot.
It's a new storyline.
New storyline. What did you do, Mal?
What have I done?
The
What
rogue
have I
opened
wrought?
it.
The rogue opened it, and it is now Mal's Beehives. With
man.
you have a key on your belt loop
Yeah.
that is new, so who knows?
No sign of the green goblin bear or the old man?
No, it's a bright new day, and you're all feeling fresh and happy. You do notice as you kind of look around and gain your senses that those of you who had fought the Rakshasa do still have the purple scar, but that's the only thing that you seem to have, because the rest of your items and gear is in better shape. Any slices, cuts, or broken items are all repaired and fresh and new. And you are in a whole new world.
Oh, that's catchy.
Yeah.
My God, that song is so
It
good.
is.
That
it is.
cave was pretty wonderful.
Wonderful. So that's where we leave this story tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Mac, thank you for joining. I'm sure
Absolutely.
we'll see your face a time or two more this summer as we continue along with our one-shots.
I sure hope so.
We don't have a set date yet for when we get back to the main storyline. As we do these summer sessions, we try some stuff out. We play around. We get to know what the viewers like. We get to know what the players like. We use this as a little reset series. It's probably going to be September or so when we get back to the main storyline. And we use this as a way to amp up the next storyline and give me time to write the whole arc that is season, 4 now?
4.
Woo!
Wow.
We are in season 4.
Wow.
We will be.
Wow.
Wow. We will be. We will still be playing on the first and third Saturdays of the months coming up. So we have a few more games to try some stuff out. If you have any suggestions, likes, dislikes, if you need more mustaches, if we all need to be like Bigsby clones,
Flying fairy pocket cows.
what's that?
I'll just shave everything else about the
There you go.
cows.
If you want to be a guest DM and can write a very thrilling series about flying fairy pocket cows and anything along those sorts, maybe we'll get you featured here. But again, thank you for liking, subscribing, following, donating, tipping, giving us bits or cheers, sending us to your friends and family, and whatever you've done to share your love of D&D with our love of D&D. Check out our sponsors above me. Check out all of our players and cast below me here. Check out all of our social up that way. And we'll see you again in a few weeks. On our social, we'll announce what's coming up next, so keep an eye there. And with that, we say good night.
I bid you adieu.
Bye-bye.